Happy Monday, everybody. How are you? Let me know if you can hear me. I want to make sure I don't have any audio issues. And let me know if you can see my icon. I want to make sure that we are all ready to go. If you can hear me, let me know in the comments. Can everyone hear me? I got one person that said yes. Anyone else? Everybody else can hear me, right? So I wanted to make today's show about child support. We kind of went over it yesterday. We kind of mentioned some examples of what we saw, and I told you guys I had a good post for you guys, in which I did make a post. And before anybody gets on the panel, I just want to go over what the show is going to be about. And if anyone has a rebuttal or they don't think that what I'm saying is correct, I want you to come onto the panel. No judgment, no disrespect. We can have an adult conversation. But this topic needs to be addressed because it's now a hustle for a majority of women. Now, if you're not one of those women, then clearly I'm not talking about you. But child support has now become the normal modern day scam for a lot of these women who don't want to work. They don't want to do anything but sit around and collect a check every month. And I feel like these women are the same ones that go on Facebook and Instagram bashing the father. He ain't shit. He ain't did this for me, blah, 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 blah. When the truth is, you ain't shit. You the lazy bum. You're the one that created this whole thing. When women say, I didn't choose to be a baby mama, when you pick a man that you know is just out there spreading his seed, you chose to be a fucking baby mama. I am extremely tired of women trying to play the victim. Oh, like I didn't want to be this baby mama, getting child support. This is not what I asked for. So if you know a man can't carry a baby, then why'd you lay with him? Why did you open your legs to Pookie? Because he said you were pretty? Because he paid a couple bills? Then it is 100% your fault. You chose to be a baby mama. It is a choice if you want to have a kid or not. That's why there's condoms. That's why there is birth control, IUD, the Depo shot. I mean, ladies, y'all got all these resources where you can prevent yourself from carrying a Pookie Jr., right? And yet, you have another bastard kid by the man that you said wasn't shit. So, at what point do we start to acknowledge that you just love child support? A lot of these women, they're doing it in the industry right now. So we sit here and we look at men like Future and Chief Keef who has 9 and 10 baby mamas, but we're not acknowledging the women who laid down with these men, right? They knew what these men were about. Women have all the excuses in the world. I didn't know he wasn't going to be with me. I thought he was going to marry me. I thought there was hope for us. Well, there wasn't hope for the other 9 women. Now you're number 10. So at what point do we start to point the finger at the woman? I point both fingers at the woman because they carry the baby. They're the ones that go through near death. I mean, come on. If they really, really, really cared about themselves, they wouldn't sit around and just have bastard babies, right? But those child support checks can be between what, five, six, $7,000. For some women, depends on the status of the man. You could get $30,000, $40,000 a month. It's a hustle for these women. They don't give a damn that the man is not in the household. They just want that child support, right? And they'll sit there and say the man ain't shit, but you laid with him. Oh, but he was perfect when I got with him. It just so happened when I gave birth, he became this crazy guy. That's the lie that they're putting out there now. When that man was the same before the baby and he's the same after the baby. It don't change. So I just want to address it because lately you got a lot of women who are feeling like they're entitled to a child support check, even if the father is in the child's life. They still want to get them for child support because they want that control. Most women do it out of spite. They do it so they can have control. They want to make sure that even if he moves on with a new woman, he still has to give me that money every 2 weeks or every month, however it is. So I definitely want to address it. And if you are a man that is paying child support and you see your kid half the time, I want you on this panel too, because I don't think you should be paying child support. If a father is in his child's life just as much time as the woman, why is he paying child support? Does that make sense? And fellas, one thing that you guys are doing that's pissing me off, stop putting yourself on child support. You're not going to get a gold star. You're not going to get an award from the government. They're not going to put an extra, what should I say, like a kudos on your record. You're going to be looked at as a deadbeat dad. Child support is not a reward. A person puts a parent on child support when they're not stepping up. If you're doing everything right, why the fuck are you putting yourself on child support? Y'all men think that that's something to be acknowledged for. It's not. Because in the eyes of the government, you're a deadbeat motherfucking dad. Why? I'm trying to give you guys a game. Stop putting yourself on child support. It will not help you. It doesn't make you look good. You're not going to get an extra few claps. You're going to be looked at as the same dude that got put on child support. You guys are equal. If you lose your job, that money's going to still accumulate. They're going to treat you like a deadbeat dad. They're going to treat you the same way they would treat a man who got put on child support. A lot of these men think it's a big deal when they put themselves on it. Why would you want to put yourself under the control of the government for 18 years if you're doing everything right? Listen to that. That's like a man saying, I'm going to turn myself in for a crime I haven't committed yet. That's how dumb you guys look, putting yourself on child support. Stop doing that shit. If you're doing everything right, fight. Don't give in. You putting yourself on child support don't make you look good. Do you think a woman's going to believe you? Yeah, I chose to put myself on child support. No, because men don't do that shit when they're stepping up. You're putting yourself on child support because you think something about to happen and you're trying to beat her to the punch. That's not a good look, bro. It's not. Stop putting yourselves on child support if you're doing your job. There's no accolades for that. There isn't. The government isn't going to look at you any different than they look at the other deadbeat dads who are on child support. Child support is not a reward. It's not something that you should be proud of. You're basically telling the government, I ain't doing my fucking job. So now I have to be controlled. Now they got to take it from my check. Why would you want that kind of, why? If you're doing your job, why? So fellas, please stop doing that. If you're thinking about doing it, don't do it. It will not help you. Don't do that to yourself. If anything, fight. There are some men in this world who are actually receiving child support. You probably don't know any, but I know a handful of men. My brother received child support. See, you got some women that pay that shit. Some of them have to pay it too. A lot of men are not stepping up and doing that because men, they're not petty like women. They're not going to try to ruin a woman's life. If you don't want to be in the child's life, I got it. I'll be that single father. I will take care of them. I do it, but I'm not going to bash you. I'm not going to embarrass you. I'm not going to still take you to court. But a woman won't do that for a man. She won't. The government's going to give her cash, food stamps, health care, and your child support. She's not going to have to work. Then she's going to get housing where her rent is $50 a month. She gets all these benefits, fellas, while y'all out there slaving. So if you got a woman that hasn't stepped up, take her ass to court. We got to start flipping the script on these women because they feel like they're entitled. They're taking y'all checks. Y'all barely getting by on the shit that they taking from y'all. Y'all barely getting by. Why would you want that life if you know you're doing your job? Let me see. I have Miguel. Miguel, are you there? Miguel, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Daphne.
Okay, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing? Thank you for letting me on the show.
No problem. Go ahead.
So I'm going to be real quick because other people want to get on the show. So I can tell you that my ex-wife, she was one of those spiteful women that put me on child support. State of New York was supposed to take 17% of my check, but because she, there's a lot of corruption, the judge basically ended up letting her take like 25% of my check. So she was getting about $5,500 a month. And she was misusing it, didn't spend it on my daughter, and basically I had to move to upstate New York just to get another judge so I could get custody of my daughter. And, couldn't even see her, but about 23 months later, after dealing with multiple slander, saying that I did stuff to my daughter, I finally got control of my daughter, and I was granted full custody, and I moved states. I got permission to move states. And my ex and her family, they blamed me for making her homeless because, she didn't want to get a job And I straight up told him, hey, that's not my fault. She can work. I got my daughter. I make more than enough as, chemical engineer, but at the end of the day, she should step up and she should take care of her child, because if that was me, I'd be going to jail. But I'd rather not. Like you said, we as men, we don't want to ruin our children's lives like that. We care about the children, so we got it. I don't need your money. I don't need your help. So I just want to say that, yeah, there are a lot of us in that situation, and it sucks. No one cares about us when we need the help, but when they need the help, 100%, they get all the help that they can.
I agree. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Thank you. I
Thank you.
appreciate that. So, I'm just going to read one of the comments. It says, if the woman has custody of the children, I think a man should put himself on child support because the woman can claim it from him years later. And when she does, they have to pay with interest. Okay, so again, you're way off topic. You just said a few lines that don't even pertain to what I just said. You started off with, if the woman has custody, if a mother has full custody, then obviously dad ain't doing his job. So, duh, he would already be on child support. You got to use your head now. I need you guys to really listen to what I'm saying, because when you start saying things that I didn't say, or you throw out a comment that makes no sense, I'm going to call you out on it. If a parent has full custody of the kids, then the other parent does need to be paying child support. Duh. That's an obvious thing. It's very rare that a mother would win full custody and the dad ain't paying a dime. That is very, 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 very rare, unless the mother is a millionaire and the dad is a janitor. Come on, guys. In real life, if one parent gets full custody, that other parent's going to be paying. That's like kind of like common sense, right? Right? I'm saying if a mom has 50% custody, the dad shouldn't be paying no child support if he gets the other 50. That's the example I'm using, you guys. You got to use your heads on this one. Come on. I know y'all want to be right. Think about what you say before you say it, because I'm going to call you out on it. So in that case, no. If a parent has 50% custody, why do you need child support when the other parent has the other 50%? You guys are sharing custody. That's what sharing custody means. What I'm saying is, it isn't right for one parent to be paying child support when they get the kid half the time. For example, everybody knows who Black China is. Black China is shaped like a chromosome, right? Okay. She was making millions of dollars off of OnlyFans. She was making money off of endorsements, makeup, hair, anything. She was doing it, getting all this money, spending it, living her life, being a hot girl, sleeping around with everybody. And then she makes a post about having to sell her cars. I'm a mother first. You was a mother when you were sleeping with Future. You was a mother when you were out there thotting it up. You were still a mother, right? See, a lot of these women, when they get this money, when they get all this money, they go and they buy things that they don't need to impress people they don't like. It's all about status, taking a picture on your Instagram to look like you got money. Then when tough times hit and the money stops rolling in, you have to now make sacrifices. I do not have any sympathy for a mom who chose to spend beyond her means and now she's struggling. That's what your ass gets. So when she try to get sympathy from the bitter women that love to say, "Oh, you poor thing, Rob must be a deadbeat dad. How can you be struggling when he's a Kardashian?" Right? And then he stepped into the chat and said, "I pay thousands. I think it was between 30 and 50,000 a year for his daughter to go to school. That's what he pays in school fees. And he gets his child more time than China gets the child. But yet, you want people to think that you were this single mother, barely making it because the dad hasn't stepped up. But when the dad said the truth, all those same women that were calling Rob a deadbeat dad didn't have nothing to say. Those are your hypocrites. That was the issue I had. Black China wanted everybody to feel sympathy for her, when in reality, she just spent all the money she was supposed to be saving. At the end of the day, when a woman gets child support, it's supposed to be for the child. It's not for lobster. It ain't for bundles, getting your nails done, or being flued out. It's none of that shit. It's supposed to be for the child. So when you have these women getting 20, 30,000 a month from these celebrities, and they got two kids under three, what do you think a kid that's under three needs for $30,000 a month? That's outrageous. courts are. They're allowing these women to live this happy lifestyle, the rich lifestyle, when they really don't need the money. If you gave them what they actually needed, life would be better for those kids. Majority of the women that are getting money like that a month, they are not using it for the child. They are deadbeat motherfucking parents behind closed doors. Because if you're not taking that $30,000 a month and investing it in their college life or whatever you want to, then you're using it for yourself. A 1-year-old can't spend $30,000. Black China is now having her fall to glory. See, OnlyFans will only get you so far. It'll only get you so far before people figure out porn is free. Why y'all paying these people to see their nudes when you can just go on the porn site and watch it for free? Y'all gotta stop giving these people this money. Make their asses work. China needs to now get a job. Stop using Rob Kardashian. That's what happens. If you have to sell a couple. So at the end of the day, hold on, guys. Wait 1 second. Shy, you there?
Hello? You hear me?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
You having mic issues.
Hold on.
You like going in and out.
Can you hear me now?
So what? You low. But how you doing though?
I'm good, but hold on. Because somebody just tried to call me. Hold on 1 second. That's why my mic is being crazy. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Oh, go ahead, sir.
So can guys use evidence of women doing OnlyFans as evidence to get custody of their kids?
No, they can't.
They can't?
They
I mean,
can't. They cannot. OnlyFans
wow.
won't help at all. OnlyFans would not allow. It would not make a judge say, "I'm going to give the child up to the dad now." You can't use that. No.
Wow, I thought, cause that's embarrassing for the child if somebody was to find out that your mama is twerking and showing her goodies online for wherever they charge. So I would think I would try to use that in court.
So the last time one of my guys tried to use that in court, what the judge said was OnlyFans is an adult site. So if kids got a hold of it, he's questioning the parents of those kids and how they had access to OnlyFans, because you're confirming that you're 18 and older before you're viewing and buying the content. So it's a job, and it's a job that is protected. It's no different than a child going on a porn site. If you had a child at home and they got access to a free porn site and lied and said they were 18 and entered in and was watching nudes, and they try to take your kid, would that be fair to you? No, because they should have had access to getting onto the website in the first place. Unfortunately, OnlyFans does have those security features that will say, are you 18? If the child lies and says yes, gets in there and sees his mom, or they find his mom, the judge is going to question how those kids got access. They lied. So you can't blame the parent or the kid for that, of course, but you can blame the parent. So if they say, well, yeah, we saw your mom's cootie cat online, that's not the mom's fault. She did everything she's supposed to do. It's protected. It's private. He did not win the case with that. It actually hurt his case.
Wow.
So you got to be careful. Yeah, these judges are not going to take an OnlyFans and say, well, yep, she's a deadbeat mom. Nope. It's no different than a mom working at a bar or Hooters. I mean, a lot of people can say, hey, your mom had pants riding all up her butt crack. I saw her big booty. That's a job at the end of the day. What was the kids doing at Hooters? So that's how the judge, that's where they take it. They say, well, what was the kid doing with access to this? Where was the parent? How'd they get the phone? Why they have a phone? It goes deeper than that. But yeah, the guy who tried to use his girlfriend's OnlyFans or ex-girlfriend's OnlyFans, it did not work. It actually hurt his case. So we won't go that route again. So yeah, I mean, it's like revenge porn. It's like if you take someone's nudes and you break up and you put them online, and everybody sees her stuff online, you can go to jail for that. It's called revenge porn. So him using that against her when it's a job, she has a social that's connected to that where she has to file her taxes with OnlyFans. It's considered a job. Yeah, unfortunately. What else you got?
And one more thing, my homie, him and his girl, they live together with their two boys. They live together. He works, he's in their life, etc. But yet and still the court, they say that the court put him on child support because they wasn't married. Have you ever heard something like that?
No, it's actually weird. What state was this in?
Huh?
What state was this in?
In Chicago, they live on the south side.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I never heard of that. I would have to look into that more. I would actually need facts. Like I said, what I did today with that woman, I had already planned it. When you go into a group and you brag about making thousands and thousands, because I'm telling you, OnlyFans is a good business for someone that doesn't want to work and they want to just sell kitty. It might sound like prostitution because a lot of people will consider that prostitution, but unfortunately, they consider that a job now. Anyone that gets money from OnlyFans has to file it on their taxes. Their social is linked to that, so they can't run from it. I mean, you could hide from it, but the IRS will get your ass, and then you'll be in more debt, more trouble. Some of these women are banking. What, did you have something to say?
I was just about to say, I truly don't believe people are making that much money off of OnlyFans.
They are. Yeah, I didn't believe it either, but I saw, let me tell you, I work with a lot of women, and I don't judge them. I work with women who have OnlyFans. I work with women who are strippers. I work with women who sell their bodies. I'm trying to help them get out of that life, but I'm not a savior. I can't save everybody. But I've seen statements of what these women make, and they are making bank. It might sound sad because you're like, who would pay to see someone's cootie? You'll be surprised. And it's men who are making these women big. If you go on YouTube and go to and just type in OnlyFans, you're going to see women bragging about the Bugattis that they bought. Cars that are not even in our pay scale. Yeah, it's real. You got some women that are banking $100,000 a month off of just showing their boobs. And I've seen it. It is out there. It might not be real to you because you're a man, but these women, a guy that's like desperate to see a woman, they'll subscribe and pay the $30 a month. To them, it's just $30 a month. But imagine 100 guys paying $30 a month. Honey, it is real. These women are making bank and they don't have to work. Statements, I believe it. Yeah, some women make $5,000 a month just off of their feet.
Damn,
it's a thing. Yeah, off of just their lips, off of just showing their butt. They're making money. I'm friends with people right now who are making thousands of dollars, and I'm not going to judge them. I'm not going to judge them. That's their life. It's a job. It's what they like to do, but they are bringing in money. And the girl who said she was making about $15,000 a month, very true. Women do make that. It just doesn't seem real to you. But imagine somebody paying $5 a month to see nudes of a woman that they lust for, right? But imagine 500 guys paying that. You don't know how many people are subscribing to this person, but they get paid off of those subscriptions, man. That's how they get paid. Once you pay that $5 for the month, that's that $5 gone for the month, no refunds. These women are making bank. It's a job out here for these women. It is, yeah. So the woman that claimed that she was making this money, she intentionally allowed her job to fire her so she can get unemployment. That's what made me want to hurt her, because she's not only cheating her kids by not paying child support, she's also committing fraud by getting unemployment while you're making $15,000 a month. I couldn't let that slide.
You could have did a worse quietly. You could have sent that to unemployment or anything, and they could have got her to pay back pay.
Now, if that's what the dad wants to do, he can. I was more concerned about why she wasn't paying child support. A woman that's making $15,000 a month and that decided not to work anymore and is getting unemployment, she might appear to look broke because she's getting unemployment. But that dad deserved to know what was going on because he's the one that's taking care of the kids. So I sent it to him, and no one does anything overnight. So I actually sent it to him last year. So I was very happy to see that finally she got served the papers. She just didn't go to her mom's house until recently, and then got the letter. The letter was dated back February. So that just tells you when it comes to like fraud and people not reporting their earnings, that's really bad. It really is. And you shouldn't go on Facebook bragging about that, because I cannot let it slide knowing that I worked for the state. I'm still held to certain, core values that I stick by. It's like a cop. He might be retired, but if he sees a man out there choking a woman, he's going to automatically act on it, right? Right. That's how I was in that group. So if that makes me a snitch, I don't give a fuck. I care about the kids. Kids deserve to have support from both parents. Yeah.
You did the right thing. You ain't no snitch in my book. You a hero for that.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what happens. And a lot of people see things like this every day and they don't say nothing. They don't. You got women that use their child support to travel. They use their child support to pay their own personal bills. None of that's going to the kids. How much do you think, like, if a woman has young kids, how much money out of the month do you think actually goes to the kids? Not a lot. You'll be surprised. That's why I said many times before, when I worked for the state, I used to say we need to do receipts. We need these women to account for every penny they spent. And what does the government say? No, that's like, we can't tell them what to do with the money. But you're taking it from a man's check. You're doing what you want with his money, right? You're
You tell
garnishing his check. So why wouldn't you want to know where the money's going? It's called child support. So there should be stricter laws on what's being applied to the child. These women are not spending money like that. They go to the Goodwill and buy outfits that are, $5 a shirt with the money they get in child support just so they can pocket the rest. That's how cheap they are. I've seen it.
That's a shame. And I know our subject, but I really hope OnlyFans gets shut down one day.
Oh no, I agree. I think, and here's the thing that makes me mad. I've seen men not get any kind of respect when they said, well, look, the mom is selling her ass online. This is what she does. Okay, I get that. But can you imagine if it was a dad showing his penis online? Just having fun swinging it. I guarantee you a judge would do something then. It's different when it's looked at when it's a man doing it. Do you know there's little girls out there? That's how they see it, when them same little girls are out there when the women are twerking and popping their pussies online, right? So I've never seen a mom take a dad to court and bring that in, because men really don't have an OnlyFans. I don't know many that do. But if they do and they're selling adult content, I would love to know how that worked out in court if it was used against them. Because the two guys that used it against the mom, it didn't work. The judge clearly said that's a job and it's protected. You have to be 18 years or older. So if your child was looking at it and they're 18, who cares? But if they're under 18, I would question how that child got access to the net to do that, right? So I just feel like if it had been a man and say that the mom was like, look, he's playing with himself online, I think judges will act quicker and actually implement something to prevent him from doing it than they would the woman. And I'm just saying, I don't know if that's true, but I would be inclined to know if I'm right about that.
If you was a judge and that was brought to you that a woman was doing OnlyFans and she had a young daughter or son at home, and the baby daddy brought that to your attention, if you was a judge, what would you do?
To be honest, it's a job. Do I think it's a job a woman should do with kids? No. But again, it's no different than a mom working at a bar. It's no different than a mom being a stripper. You had a lot of moms back in the day that used to strip to pay their way through school, to their kids' school. That's what they did to survive. At the end of the day, OnlyFans is considered a job, even if it's nasty, because OnlyFans is not just popping your pussy. People actually sell recipes. It's funny because it's seen as a sex thing, but people are selling, recipes, hair care products. People are using it for other things. It's just being acknowledged for, sex trafficking and sex and things like that. But if I was a judge, I couldn't judge a person off of the job they do if it's a job that's legal. If it was illegal, if she was saying pussy on red light district, then yeah, I would say no, you're not going to get your kids. But the way they're doing it is professional. I cannot judge a person off of their job. I can't. Unfortunately, you have to be fair. I would be biased if I said, well, yeah, you're popping your pussy, you don't deserve your kids, because she's doing it and following the avenues. Now, if she was meeting guys outside of OnlyFans and fucking them for extra money, then the illegal activity comes in and we could take the kids. But you cannot take the kids for the job, unfortunately. So I would have to follow the book and say, hey, just keep your kids away from it as much as you can. That's the only thing a judge can say. I know that sounds like shit, but yeah, nothing we can do.
My thing is this: the difference between a stripper and OnlyFans model is, one, it's on the internet. That's forever. Like I said earlier, students or whatever, classmates, possibly find on the internet, and next thing you know, the little boy or girl is the target of the whole school. And also, stripping the club, you ID'd at the door. You're not getting in unless your ID say 21 and over, and it actually matches your face, whatever. Whereas there's nothing to keep somebody from 12 years old lying to say, yeah, I'm over 18, and then going in or going to Pornhub or whatever and finding, just random stuff. So that's how I look at the difference between that and stripping.
Well, again, being a stripper is not illegal. It's only when you take it outside of the strip club and you're doing the private parties where it can become illegal depending on the activity that you're doing. Again, if you go to a judge with that, they consider stripping a job. If I say, hey, I strip at this place here, and it's illegal, and it's a legal establishment that's been up for years, there's nothing they can do. All they can do is say, keep your kids away from what you're doing. Now, if it's becoming an issue where, let's say, the mom is coming to pick the kid up dressed like the stripper that, dressed like she's about to perform, that's different, because now you're on property where there's kids everywhere, and that's predator behavior, right? But if a mom is stripping for a job and it's private, the kid doesn't really know what's going on, the judge is really not going to do anything. I've seen it happen. You believe it or not, a lot of these women, they're OnlyFans, they're doing a lot of things that we would think are bad, but it's legal. If it's legal, they can do whatever they want, even if it's uncomfortable for us. I would just tell men, that's why I tell people, look at their social media, Twitter, Instagram. It's going to tell you a lot about these women. Some of them might already have a kid. See what happened between her baby daddy and why they didn't work out. They're usually going to give you those red flags early. You just have to look for them. But some of these men are so blinded by the booty and breasts that they don't see the red flags. All they see is ass. That's why I tell men, open your eyes and really analyze, because you can really throw your whole life away over one moment of lust. It ain't worth it. These women are bad. You got these women out here that don't give a fuck that a man is out there spreading his seed and not staying and sticking around. So they would lay with him again, another man or the next man, and have another baby, and it's praised. Why? Why are we praising these women for sleeping around with men that they know they don't see a future with? Because they want the child support. That check is a hustle. Why would I work a 9 to 5 when I can get $5,000 a month for just sitting on my ass? And the government's going to give me all the resources I want. When I worked for the state, you had some lazy ass motherfucking moms. And if it wasn't for me watching them and seeing what they do on a daily, they would still be using the system today. Their rent was $30 at a place that would be like $2,500 a month. They had all of it set up. The man gets nothing. The woman gets everything. It's a hustle. And a lot of these workers are not willing to really dig deep and see what's a scam and what's real. I was willing to do that. That's why I was number one in the state. I knew the tricks. I knew the lies. When you show up, you can hear people whispering inside, hi, hi, hi. I knew all that shit already.
But I don't know. I understand what you're saying. I don't really know if that many women are looking at that scale, because a lot of women actually have babies by bum ass dudes. They don't got nothing.
So when you say they don't got nothing, give me an example. What are you talking about?
Meaning basically they ain't got no job. They just really hustle on the block.
Okay, stop there. They hustle on the block. A lot of these women want a man that has a felony. I just spoke about this yesterday. Selling the little nickel bags. Even to us, it might be like, oh, he ain't making no money, but this hustler could be bringing in $1,000 a week, and that's the most money this woman has ever seen. So if I have a kid by him, then he's going to be indebted to paying me. When in reality, he gets locked up, and now she's a single mother, right? And she's telling everybody on Facebook, I'm a single mother doing it all. Like I said, they pick these bums because some of them, they like that thug. They like that man that's going to F them good, make them feel good. They don't care about the consequences. What I'm talking about is your modern day woman who has her shit together most of the time. And they're picking and choosing these men they're procreating with because he's going to give them that check forever. It is a hustle. You're telling me it's not, and it is. Chief Keef, who's from Illinois, he has 10 motherfucking baby mamas.
Damn.
Only what, 17?
So
it was damn near 40. I did my research, man. So you can't tell me that this ain't happening. You don't think that 40-year-old didn't know that Chief Keef was a star at 17? He has 10 baby mamas, bro. Explain that to me.
I didn't know he had that many.
Yes, he has more than Future. He has Future beat by 1. Future has 9 baby mamas and 9 babies. So that's what I mean when it's a hustle. You mean to tell me that all of these women didn't know who these guys are? They don't have no TV. They ain't got no social media. They all knew that Future was a hoe. Future was for the streets. He's a pit bull with the pink thing hanging low to the ground. They all knew that. You don't think baby mama 2, the second woman didn't know about the first? The third didn't know about the second? Come on, I can go on for days. His 9th baby mama is Bow Wow's baby mama. A hoe. He fucked him, had a baby, and it was on Diddy's yacht. You're telling me this ain't a hustle. Come on, bro. Don't tell me that you ain't seeing this. You need some Visine too, I can send you some. It's a hustle. These women want that child support. They don't give a fuck about the dad being in a home. They want the child support. It's all about the check. I don't have to work a day in my life when I got this nigga making albums and sending me $12,000 a month?
Well, I
It's a
believe you.
hustle. It's a
Like key
hustle.
future. It's just, it's just the regular random dudes that, like I say, they ain't really doing nothing. Even if they ain't hustling, they just sit in the basement playing 2K all day. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them be getting a lot of different women pregnant. So I'm just like, where's the hustling on that end?
So the hustle on that end is if he's giving them good dick, a baby will keep him around. A baby will have her in control. Because the minute he's doing something I don't like, child support, child support. And now this man that doesn't do shit but play 2K knows that if he gets put on child support, he's gonna have to work. He's gonna be the state is gonna have control over where his money's going. He's gonna be forced to pay. Most men don't want that life, so they're gonna do what the woman says because they don't want to be on child support. It's a hustle. He might not be rich, but he got good dick, and to some women, that's enough for them. If he's fucking me good, I'm good. If I have his baby, I have him under my control. Because the minute he fucks with another bitch, child support. That's a hustle. And she might not be getting no money from him, but you better believe the state's gonna give her cash and food stamps and health care and free rent. It's a hustle. A baby is a hustle. Some of these women. If you're not getting child support, the government will give you everything you need. That's the hustle, man. Listen to what I'm saying. They might not be getting $30,000 a month, but my rent is only $10 a month, and I'm living in the great part of town. And what? All because I had this nigga's baby. That's how the hustle works, man. They might not get no money from Pookie, but they will get 50 different things from the government. Believe that.
You know what? I have a question for you. I gotta talk to a friend of mine because she needs some help. This happened, I want to say 4 or 5 years ago. She was messing with this guy off and on. I believe the dude was married, but anyway, dude wasn't really messing with her like that. He just like come pick up when he wanted to. She was just so in love with him, and she's a sheltered woman. She ain't she ain't like one of these modern day women. She's very sheltered by her family. So anyway, she got pregnant. The dude kind of ran off, even though he's still like in the area. Now, I was trying to help her, and I was talking to another friend to help her, try to get child support. The girl wouldn't know. My friend, she wasn't working. She was still living at home with her parents. But anyway, long story short, the woman who says she a lawyer, who I consulted to try to help my friend out, said she couldn't do anything to help because she didn't have no job or no income. She stayed at home with her parents. That the state would end up taking the child from her. Now, is that true?
You're saying that she lives with her parents and she's unable to support the child. Is that what you're saying?
It's not she's unable to support the child because she did get a job after she had her baby, but it took a little minute to find a job. But what thing is, at the time when I talked to my other friend who's been a lawyer, she was saying that the state would take the child away from her, and she refused to help.
So okay, so I'm trying to understand what you're saying. You're saying that they told her that they're going to take the child away from her.
Why? This is a different law. This is a lawyer. She stayed in Virginia. I can't remember because me and her lost contact. I think she stayed in Virginia. The friend of mine who had a baby stays in Joliet. And like I say, she's really sheltered. She's really sheltered by her parents. She was the baby of like 8 kids.
Okay, well, my question is, why are they trying to take her kid? You said she's working, but she lives with her parents. Why are they trying to take the kid?
They didn't try to take it. I'm saying the lawyer I was speaking to try to help her said the state would take her kids because
why?
Saying she'd had no income.
Okay, so here's the thing, and this happens a lot. You have women who might not be getting income, but they're staying with their parents, which is that child's grandparents, who have steady income and a roof. So when it comes to going to court, she might not have no income. But if her parents come in, which is the kid's grandparents, and they come into the judge and say, well, yeah, we provide for them all. The child has a roof over their head. We both have great money. We both can provide for both of them until she gets a job. That's enough for some judges because they're in a safe environment. They have food, they have shelter, they have clothing. That is what judges look for: food, shelter, clothing. The mom might not make a damn dime, but her mom and dad might be the big ballers in the household, making sure everybody's eating, they have clothing, and they have a place to sleep. And that's enough for a judge. Even if the mom cannot afford to take care of the child on her own, she's not really on her own. She's in her family's home that is safe and secure for the child. That's all the judge cares about. Unfortunately, that's all they care about. They're not going to care that she's not working. They just want to make sure, can that child be taken care of. Now, if she was in a predicament where she stayed in a 2-bedroom apartment with a roommate, just lost her job and ain't got no money, and the child won't be able to eat and be in a safe environment, then yeah, we're coming. I'll come and do a house visit. I'll check. And if I see that the kid is not safe, we will pull the kid out. It's in one action.
No, the parents got a nice house. They own the house.
Oh, yeah. Then they good. I pulled a lot of kids out of houses, and they were not stable houses. You had weed smoking. You had drugs. You had needles on the ground, pills. This is what I pulled kids out of. Yeah, I did that for a living, too.
They got a nice house. They own a house, actually. Okay. They got food, because really my friend, all she really does is take care of the house. She does the cleaning and everything, cooking for her parents.
That's what grandparents make you do. You ain't gonna live there for free. You ain't got no job yet. You're gonna do chores. You're gonna have a curfew. That's all to make her responsible. Yep. Sounds like grandparents to me.
That's all she does. She does that. She doesn't go out. She takes good care of her daughter. So basically, this woman who is a lawyer is basically just lying that they want to help, or just basically not even really lawyers, just talking ish.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to looking for a lawyer, they all have their own ideas of what they think is going on. Some of them are very judgmental. They might think that, okay, it's another black couple, so one of them is loud, ghetto, he probably smokes weed. They judge. Just like when you go to a judge, you got to catch that judge on a good day. I've sat in court, and I've had the same judge for my guys or for the women that I'm supporting. And if they had a bad day, you can tell. I can tell when they had a good day, and I can tell when they were having a bad day. And you might have a judge that his granddaughter just got robbed by a black man. So now you got a black man in your courthouse. They're not going to tell you what just happened, but they're going to take it out on you.
I never thought of that.
Yes, you got to get a judge that you got to catch him on a good day. That's why a lot of people, when they're looking for a judge, people like to put in change of venues because they do their history on the judge, and they find out that the judge, he's not going to take it light on a black man like he would a black woman. So that's why people like to request change of venue, because they don't want to be around that environment or that judge. What I'm saying is, I've seen a lot of men lose cases. And I feel like the judge was just mad at them that day. And sometimes you can fight and say, I would like a second look at this case. But that costs money. What makes me mad is how people think that automatically, if you're paying child support, you're a deadbeat dad. That's not true. I know men that were on child support and didn't even know they were on it. Well, how you didn't know you were on it? Just like she didn't get that letter until she went to her mom's house, right? Because I had him have it sent to the mom's house.
Right.
You know what a child support letter looks like, right? It's your fault that you came and got it almost 2 months later. That's your fault, not his. He did what he was supposed to do. But you got women who will send it somewhere where they know you're not going to be there for 10 months. Now you've already lost your case. That's how they get you. Well, we sent it here. This is the one. Wasn't this your address? Yeah, but now it's this new address. You know what the judge is going to say? When you move, you have 14 days to report where you're living at, right? So mail can be forwarded there. So it's your fault that you didn't tell, the DMV or wherever it is that you changed your address. So that letter is still your responsibility. Now you're 6 months late, and you already lost your court case, and you're supposed to be paying $307 a month. Now this guy is 8 months behind. So what I'm saying is, when men say, I didn't know I was on child support, that's what some of these women will do. They'll have a letter sent to a place that you probably lived at when you were a baby. You don't even live there no more, but his parents still live there. That's a hustle. They know you're not going to get that letter until you visit them in December for Christmas, right? Now you got the letter, and it's been there for 11 months. You already lost the case. You pay child support. Then you come back, you get a garnishment letter from your job saying, we're going to now take $800 a month from you, $404 every 2 weeks. And the man is like, what?
Man,
that's a hustle. This is what they do. This is what they do. I've seen it. I'm trying to tell you guys what it is so you can take notes, write it down. This is what happens. But I always tell men, do not put yourself on child support. A lot of men think they're doing themselves a justice by doing it, but you're not. Why would you want to do something negative to your life? Do you know that child support can prevent you from getting certain jobs? Jobs are going to look at you like a piece of shit. It's not going to say in your record, Tommy put himself on child support with a gold star and a happy face. No, it's going to say child support order, even if you put yourself on it. It's going to say the same thing it would if somebody was put on it by the woman. So why are you guys doing that to yourselves to ruin your fucking life? It makes no sense to me why men do that. Well, I'm going to beat her to the punch. Why? You got some men who will give a woman $200 a month and keep the receipts and she'll say, I want more. Okay, child support court. Now, he knows he's taking care of his kid, so they go to child support court, and the judge is like, you were too nice to her. I'm going to get, it's 141 now. Okay, thank you. Some men love it, and they win just like that. The judge would give her less than what he was giving her because she got greedy. I've heard stories of that, too.
One thing I could definitely say, especially now the way the dating game, everything is went, I'm glad I don't have any kids. You know, I would like kids, but our thing was always, I didn't want a baby mama. That was my thing. I don't want a baby mama. You know, I'd rather have a wife and a mother, not a baby mama. You know, I was married, I'm divorced, we lost 2 kids. Sad to say, you know, my ex didn't have any children. You know, so but they were two. I can say this, that they were both 2 good women who I knew if I was to have a child by them, they would do right by them. I would see my child. They wouldn't put me on child support because they know I'm doing my best for my child. But I'm just glad, you know, I don't have these problems. I don't anticipate experience these problems. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad about that. But it's a conniving scheme and everything. And I mean, a lot of this need to be brought forth to light more, even if it is with the judges care, is a good question. But I've seen many men say that the child support is just a racket because they know that if they giving women more money, they're gonna pump it into the economy on things that's useless. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. And I want some women. I know that I've had a couple guys already, but I would like women to get on here, even if they are the ones that are receiving child support. I want you to get on here because I'm not saying every woman is bad. I'm saying majority of them are bad. I'm not going to say it's even 50-50. I think there's more bad women out there using their child support money for other things. I've seen it. I've called a lot of people out on it, and I was called a snitch. I don't care. I want women to know one thing. If you're out here, you know, bragging about using child support to go to Coachella or to go to that Lovers and Friends. Yeah, one girl that told dude that she was pregnant. He sent her abortion money, and she used it to go to Lovers and Friends. You know that thing that's in May? I called her out. He got his money back. You can't be playing with people like that. People will kill for doing some shit like that.
I mean, we see women do it because they lost custody of their kids. They kill their own kids because they lost custody, just despite the father. Which is so shit.
I want more women on here. I haven't had one woman, and there's a lot of women in these comments with a lot to say, but it's like you guys, you won't be judged if you come onto the panel and tell me your thoughts. You can even disagree with me. I'm okay with that. But when women hide like this, but on my Facebook, they're all over with all these comments, and I'm sure he was a piece of shit. And she wouldn't say she had an OnlyFans and hid it from him unless he did something wrong. It's funny how they always tie it back to the man being wrong. You're making excuses for a woman who's bragging about not paying child support when she was ordered to do that. See, when you lose a job, a new job, and you know you're paying child support, it's your job to let them know that you're paying child support. You got to report when you go to a new job, or else they will find you. Once they do the quarterly checks on your income, that's how people do an increase or a decrease in child support, because they run your income every quarter. That's what they do naturally. But if you hide it from them, then they will go back to when you last worked at Amazon and when you started OnlyFans and make sure that that man is compensated. It's probably going to be more now because she's making more. Do you think this woman's going to stop doing OnlyFans and lose $15,000 a month and go back to Amazon? Well, she already messed up with Amazon. They fired her. So now she's in a boat where she's going to have to work and pay that man the money that he's owed. Like I said, a lot of men going to child support, it's like the final thing that they do if they absolutely need it. But it's rare that a man will go to court and ask for child support because he doesn't want to ruin a woman's life. He actually cares, even if she's an evil, bitter motherfucker. He'll still say, I'm going to try to do it all on my own. But women, first thing that they do, child support. It ain't the last, it's the first. That's what the problem is. I'm telling men now, if you are taking care of your kid full time and she's not paying a penny, go to child support court and do what you got to do. They've been doing it to y'all for years. Some of them need that little boost because they're lazy. They need to do it. If they're doing, huh?
I was just gonna say, I don't think it's just the fact that they want to, don't want to ruin a baby mama's lives. I think a lot of them, they busy. They working. They can take.
That's not what it is. No. If they got their kid full custody, they're gonna see their kid most of the time. That should be enough energy to go to court. You're never too busy unless it's something you don't want to do. We always can make time to go to court or do it online. See, that's an excuse. What you just made right here was an excuse that a lot of men make, and that's why they're not getting justice. But then when they fuck up and lose their job, the money stops, and they can't afford to take care of their kids. Now she has a good job. She takes the kids. You think she's going to reciprocate the energy? No. She's going to put his ass on child support. So what I'm saying is, you got to do what you got to do. You're never too busy to do that. You can do it online and submit the papers via mail. There's no excuse why you can't take 15 minutes out of 24 hours to file a child support order. I don't want to hear that shit. Sorry, man. I have to call you out on that. That's an excuse that men make, and they should make it.
I understand what you're saying. Like I said, I don't have kids. So I don't know how it go. I mean, I'm looking at it through my lens of not having kids, just being busy. Like I was supposed to go doctors more, and I called them so I couldn't make it. I was just too damn tired. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was looking. And
well, you can always have somebody represent you.
Didn't know that neither. But okay.
I helped my brother in a whole nother state, and he got 50-50 custody of his kid. I helped my brother from a whole nother state. I had to repeat that back to you. And he now has 50-50 custody of his kid. It's not hard to do. Men think you don't fight and you don't have a paper trail, you have nothing to go against her with when she gets you. Because I'm telling you, she will get your ass. You might be doing well now, but we all have our seasons where we fall short. And if you don't have a paper trail, you can't be afraid to go to court when you're in the right. You can't. They have no problem going to court. They have court on speed dial. They don't have no problems with going to a teacher. How'd she get this mark? Oh, I know it had to be him. They're finding ways to try to get the kid full time, and you don't even know it because you're so busy, right? You got to start opening up your eyes. See Kanye West, what he's going through, right? And he's a billionaire. And the judge still sided with Kim. So you can't tell me that, man. You can't tell me that. You got to start having a paper trail. I tell people to text for that reason. Why do you think I have so many text receipts? I tell men text, because you can use that in court. You can't record her without her permission, but you can use those text messages in court. And judges do use those. Your motherfucker, I hope you die, and then I can get the baby full time. You can use that in court. And just for her saying that in a text, he now has full custody of his kid. See how easy that is? And all you did was text. When I come pick up our child, I want to take her to get her teeth cleaned. Something like that. No, motherfucker, fuck you. Do it all in a text. These women are getting caught up in these text things all the time. It's my favorite court cases to go to, believe it or not. They're so dumb, they fall for the trap every time. That's why when people say, how do you get so many texts? That's what I do. I tell people text. That's what I say. You can use it in court. I mean, what's the first thing they ask? Can we look through your phone? Talk to me.
That's kind of common. Text. If you in like a dispute, the text so that way you have documentation of what's been going on. So I don't understand why people aren't texting. Like, okay, we in this dispute. Let me text her that I want to do this. That way it's documented. Even if you lose your phone, whatever, it's documented forever that, okay, I text you trying to take them to the mall or something, Even
if they text, we can retrieve them. We can still retrieve deleted text and video, all that stuff we can still retrieve even though it's deleted from your phone. Not hard to do.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking from you
ain't got no kids. That's why I said I want more people with kids on this panel. I'm speaking from a case manager's point of view. When I did it for many years, this was back in the day, and it was just as bad then as it is now. It was
Why
bad.
did you be the case manager?
Say that again.
Why did you stop being a case manager?
I resigned from my position because the women I were working with, we weren't all on the same page. The women that I worked with, they favored the woman. The man was always wrong in their book, and it was 9 against 1. Those 9 people had been there longer than me. They were veterans, and I was young. I was in my 20s. I was the youngest case manager in the state of Arizona. I was training 10 and 15-year vets on how to meet the goals of the state. All the people that I took care of, they worked or went to school. They weren't just getting cash and sitting on their ass. Those other 9 women, they let the women do whatever the fuck they wanted to. If the man did something that they didn't like, they did what they could to increase their support. They did a lot of things that I wasn't happy with. So when I went and complained, it was 9 against 1. Who do you think they believed?
The 9.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is, when I saw that they were going to fire me, I resigned because I didn't want to be fired. And they didn't care that I was number 1. What they cared about is those 9 people that they would have pissed off if they did an investigation like I was hoping they would do. They didn't do it. So I stopped working there. So what I ended up doing to get them back was I started telling people about their unethical practices. And 2 months later, all 9 of them were fired. And the manager was sent home without pay for about 2 months until their investigation concluded. So I did make sure I went out with a bang.
Good for you.
Yeah, so they don't know I did it, but you can still you could still submit anonymous tips, and that's what I did. Now I don't care that they know, but then they didn't know I did it. I wanted to make sure that all of them lost their job because they were ruining good lives. But it was 9 against 1, man. I wouldn't have won. We've been here longer than you. I got 8 years over you, rookie. Fresh meat. They had all kind of names for me, so I made sure that this rookie got them when she got out. So yeah, that's what happened.
Have you ever thought of making maybe like your own firm or
no,
agency?
Because what the advice and the help that I offer to people is free. I don't think anybody should pay for something that it doesn't take me much to tell them. It's not hard for me to tell them what to do. I think people usually put a price on stuff because they just want the money. They don't do it for the enjoyment. I actually do it because I want people to be happy and enjoy having time with their kids. So I can help them on that level, but I can't control what happens in court. I don't have those kind of connections where I can tell the judge, this is a good man who take. I don't do that. But what I can tell you, fellas, is if you are battling child support case right now and you're trying to look for an attorney, always try your best to get a female. Do not get a man if you don't have to, because judges look at women. They're soft. They produce kids. They give life. That's how they look at these women. So when you have a female that's going to bat for you, they tend to listen. And if you have a male, what does he know? What the fuck does he know? Right? You know, so they already think the kid should be with the mom. That's what they think. So when you get another guy to represent you, 2 men against 2 women, won't work. Get a woman and make sure she knows, make sure she understands your situation, and do your history on people. It's not hard to look up someone's background and see what they're about. It's not hard. Just like when you're dating someone. I don't want this to scare people from having kids. Please have a family. Just be selective of who you're having it with. Finding out somebody's crazy, it doesn't happen overnight with a one-night stand. You have to actually get to know the person before you really get into the person, if that makes sense. So when you're first dating someone, look on their social media. Look around. If their stuff is private and they haven't added you, they're hiding something. So stop looking at the booty and start looking at what's behind the booty. Because it could come with a lot of problems, you guys. They probably got 4 kids you don't even know about because they lost custody. I work with men that didn't even know this. Go ahead, huh?
I'm not gonna lie. When I meet a woman and I got her name and plan on taking it out, I do research, and I've actually declined dates after doing research. Cause I'm like, okay, you present yourself differently in person to me. When I first saw you, it was like, okay, I take you out dinner, woo, up the bam, versus what you show on your social media, whatever. I look at your Facebook. I see if you got LinkedIn, all of that. And I do my due diligence. And a lot of us brothers, we do need to do that. I ain't gonna lie. I've been the victim of, okay, a quick one-night stand. But if that happens, strap up. Strap up, because I don't want no strange woman who I may not even remember her name next day. Next day, call me out the blue saying I'm pregnant, But back to what I was saying earlier too, you are very, very noble to do what you do and not want to do it for profit. I just have to say that. You're very noble.
It's free information. I mean, A lot of people, they'll tell you, well, yeah, let me tell you how. They'll tell you a sob story. I got this man off, and I helped him get his kids after not seeing him after 10 years. Click on the link and pay the $30 and I'll tell you how. To me, that's bogus. You could have just told me in the same moment that you told me that you got his kids, right? But see, people want you to pay. And then what if the information they give you is not what you're looking for? Now you paid that money, you don't get it back. That's not fair. So that's why I said the information I offer is free. Now, I know certain states and how they work because I know people there. I have connections in other states as well. Like if anybody lived in Arizona and said, hey, this happened, I still have connections in Arizona. I can still make things happen from Illinois, believe it or not. I left, I might have resigned, but there were people that respected me that actually asked me to come back because I saw the wrong and I said something about it. Most people will resign and say, F this company. I don't care what happens. I actually cared. So with me actually being the whistleblower and saying the truth, they were able to get rid of all that toxic, dead, bitter energy, right? And then they hired a new staff that actually did what I did. Before I resigned, I had a blueprint on how to really find out if someone's being honest, how to do thorough house checks. People hide people in places that you wouldn't even know they're hiding. I knew all the spots. I didn't leave that house until I did a thorough look through. And that's why I was able to save a lot of kids. So I'm not mad about anything I've done, but see something online that ain't right, I'm gonna still do my job. Just like when people said, "Oh, you don't hold men accountable." There was a guy who had his daughter dancing on his lap, and the mother was recording. I did what
I
I had to
remember.
do. That post came
I
right on down.
remember.
Not only did he delete that one, he restarted his whole Instagram. So when people don't think that things are happening, they're happening. He could have easily lost his daughter for being a dumbass. Him and the mom. It was disgusting behavior, but they never did it again. Ask me if he ever did it again. No, he didn't. So I do hold men accountable too. I do.
That's a victory right there. That's a victory. They don't do it again. That's a victory. That won't happen again because that was disgusting. I remember that post.
Yeah, it was, and he had more than just that video. So again, but the whole point of this show tonight was to talk about child support because we've seen women go online and say men ain't shit. They're not paying me. Ooh, what is $100 a month gonna do? That don't do nothing for me, and it ain't for you. It's for the kid. So you gotta listen to how a woman talks too. She talks about the money not helping her. I thought it was child support. Isn't it supposed to be for child support?
If he's there, he's taking her to school, he's seeing her, whatever. I mean, you shouldn't be complaining. I grew up with my mother, a single mother. My mother didn't want to put my father on child support because she was scared it may affect our relationship. Even though me and my father didn't necessarily have a relationship, but she never wanted to put him on child support because she wanted me and him to have a relationship, but he pulled away from me. You know what I'm saying? He pulled away from us after my mother and father divorced. And I'm not mad at her for that. I understand why she did it the way she did. I never was mad at him about money. It was just more the fact that, I want to spend time with him and everything. But I definitely I definitely know where you're coming from. I feel bad for the brothers who go through this, and go through this and they don't deserve it. The ones who do deserve, who don't do nothing for their kids, I have no respect for them men. But the men who actually do for their kids and everything, them the ones. I'm like, nah, like you don't need to put on child support. He's doing this, he's doing that. You know how to do that. I mean, there's men out here who would like to have, a son or a daughter to carry on a legacy. You know what I'm saying? With a nice young lady, not some 3 or 4 thought down the street, but a nice, non-masculine woman.
Yep, and I think that goes for both people. But again, this is solely about the child support hustle because it is a hustle. I feel like if a woman sleeps with a man that already has 5 or 6 baby mamas, she wants child support. She does not give a fuck about him. And in most cases, they don't give a fuck about the child. The child is an accessory. That's all. The child is going to help me get a check every month. The child is going to help me get all the resources I can. I mean, when they were sending out those checks from the government during COVID, they then started sending tax checks out to people with kids only. And you had some people that had more than one kid. You had a woman that went on TikTok and said, this is why I have 6 kids, and broke down the child support. Broke it down to a T. 6 kids, 6 men, This is why. Oh, that ain't real. Oh, she's lying. It was 100% real. She's telling y'all the hustle. I don't never have to work. I get 900 a month for this kid. I get 500 a month for this kid. Now, mind you, she could have got with the guy and he didn't even know she had kids. Women are really good at hiding shit. They are. I know men that said, I didn't even know she had 4 kids until the dad showed up and was like, you gonna ever pick up the phone? And the thing about it is, they can hide like that and the man not know anything. She's a deadbeat mom and you didn't even know that because she lost custody, right? So what I'm saying is it is a hustle for a lot of these women because they get benefits from it. A lot of these women don't like to work a 9 to 5. Why do that when the government can take care of me for 18 years that I have this kid? If my rent is only $30 and the rent is usually 2,500, I just came up on a lick. Now I can get me a roommate to stay here and pay me 500 a month. They don't know I'm getting a deal. It's a hustle, and I've seen it. I've seen it. It's easy for a woman to get free housing or close to nothing in rent. It's easy. I don't see men getting all these benefits. They have to go through hoops and hurdles. We need this document. We need it notarized. And then we need somebody to 10 references. They got to go through hell to get half the shit that women get. They don't get the shit that women get. They don't. Because in the government's eyes, you can get a job, do construction, fix somebody's toilet. You can do a job. But they don't see that on the woman's side. Gave
Man,
birth to this baby. She's probably still weak from the surgery. Okay, hold on. I got somebody else. Okay, so somebody else is going to talk now, okay?
Okay, bet.
Okay, meet your phone, hon. J-Lock, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, what's up? How are you?
How you doing? Don't have to have kids to talk about the discussion. Just make sure.
You don't have to have kids. I mean, I know a lot of, I see a lot of women in here hiding, but they saying a lot in the comments. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, they probably scoping out. Yeah, you're not lying about that because I got a guy out in California, and it's some strippers that on Section 8. I'm like, why are they making all this type of money? And it was like they on Section 8, they getting stripper money and they getting child support. And what he told me is like unbelievable, like how they hustle these Section 8s like stuff like that, but it's him getting his money. So, but he's like, this what they do. This is what they do.
And you said that she strips. She's a stripper and getting child support, right?
Yes.
And most of those strippers, they can do that off the books. They don't have to get the W-2s and put their social. It's just like if a man was working construction. He can do his own business where he shows up, fix stuff, and just get money under the table. The government will never know what he's doing, right? To them, he's unemployed, right? So what women have been doing right now, they've been doing that for years. They're doing these jobs that they can get paid under the table. Oh, I'm a traveling hairstylist, traveling nail tech, and they're not reporting their earnings. A lot of the women that I used to pull kids out of houses from, they were nail techs, they did hair, or they did makeup. All 3 of those things are off the books. They could be getting 10 clients a week, $150 to $200 a pop. That's what they were making. And they were doing that for years. But the government thinks they're unemployed, so their rent is $30 a month. They got free housing. They got, all these different benefits depending on the woman and how many kids they had. Nothing but just, live free. While the man is breaking his back and his check, he only has a couple $100 left until the next check. So this has been going on for years. And that's why I resigned, because they didn't want to investigate these women who were lying on these forms. Those are government forms. And when you lie, that's a crime. It's a felony in Arizona, to be exact. And they didn't want to go that far. I did. Well, if we do that, then the mom will lose her kids. No, she won't. They have a father.
Right.
But the dad will have them. They know where they're at, right? So at the end of the
It
day,
reminds me like the old brother said. It reminds me of that when they lose their custody, they kill the children. I remember one time this black woman killed both of her children because she lost custody of them because the father beat her in the case. So she killed him. I think she gave him like a pill or something like that and said that they was sick or something like it. It was some crazy stuff that she did. She ended up killing them children.
Yeah,
it was 2 girls, by the way. Yeah.
They're so spiteful that the dad won. I mean, because when a man wins a court case, it's like winning the lottery. You're like, wow, he won? That's how it is these days, because it's hard for a man to fight. He didn't give birth to that child, right? The judge is always going to say that the child belongs with his mother. They're always going to think that way because the mom gave birth to the child. She gave life to the child. She's an innocent flower. The dad is a weed. You have to pull from the ground, throw in the trash. That's what he is to these judges, and When you have a man that's actually fighting and comes with receipts, oh, it's a beautiful day. You can hear music playing, you know, and it's harder. It's quicker for a woman to win custody than a man. It could take 6 months to a year for a man to win because they want to go through all these hoops and hurdles. Take a drug test. Has he ever smoked? Who's he associated himself with? But when it comes to the woman, you don't want to know who she's around, right? You don't want to know who she has laying in her bed, right? But you want to know all that for the man. So again, it all ties into making sure you have someone that's not biased and getting someone that's going to actually help you fight. But when they say men don't fight, they do fight. But fighting costs a lot of money. And your average man doesn't have 5,000 or 6,000 for a good high-powered attorney to help you win a case. You know? So yeah, that's how it is, you guys. I mean, at the end of the day, you definitely have to make sure that who you're dating and who you're messing with, that person is worth it. Did you have anything else to say, J-Lock?
Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was just my friend wanted to come in too, jump in. I'm sorry, I jumped off. He said, "Where's the link at?" Because he's speaking of the devil right now. Because I sent.
It's in there. I put the link in there again for him. He can come on. I'm interested. I know a lot of you guys in the comments. Some of you guys have kids. I want you guys to hop on. This can be anybody though. If you guys know someone that's getting child support or paying it, whatever it may be, I want to hear what you know. You know, tell me what you think. Everybody knows somebody right now who's either paying child support or receiving child support. You cannot tell me that y'all ain't got nobody in your family, friends. We all know. You got. I mean, it's out there. My thing is when a celebrity has to pay 50 and 60,000 a month for 2 1-year-olds, twins.
Oh yeah,
that
like that
no
Brittany Renner chick. Yeah. That's yeah.
I don't think it should never be that much. If it's about the child and the support of the child, if a child is 1 year old, what the fuck are they gonna buy for $60K? What are they gonna buy? And do you think women are using that whole $60K a month on that one child? No. They're going to get BBLs. They're going to Dr. Miami. They're living this luxurious life, and we know it's on the bill of the man. We know that. Then we ask, okay, he ain't even with her no more. He now with somebody else having another kid. She knew that. That's why I said it's a hustle. These women are not blind. They're not Stevie Wonder. They know what kind of men that they're having sex with, and they're okay with it because the money outweighs the morals. Money over morals is the new anthem for these city girls. They don't give a damn if the dad is not going to be in the house. They don't care if the dad doesn't want to be around as long as that money's around. Child support is the new father in a lot of these households for the kids.
Now, speaking of which, did you hear about that woman that committed suicide and told her will to do not give the baby to her baby daddy, do not give her kids to the baby daddy?
No, I didn't know
that. Was some selfish ass shit. Yeah, it was viral. It was kind of viral, but it was like she was like, whatever you do not give my kids a baby daddy. I was
she won't get that. I mean, a woman can say whatever she wants upon blowing her own head off, but the judge is not going to say, we're going to listen to that woman that killed herself and not give the kids to the dad. That will never happen. She just killed herself for nothing. Now she in hell watching him raise the kids. Ain't that something? So at the end of the day, hold on, someone said, yep, she did. She groomed PJ. And the thing is, when she groomed that young man, they all blame the man. Well, he should have known she was a hoe. You know, when you're a young guy like PJ Washington, just signed a nice big contract, you're young, you're dumb. If you ask your average man right now who lived a whole life where he was just fucking any woman he wanted, ask him how he was at 18. He was not no church-going Christian. He was pumping and dumping as much as he wanted. So PJ Washington is looking at Brittany like she's beautiful. She's an IG model, got her ass out there. You know, he ain't looking at the bodies that she's had, the Kaepernicks and all the other guys. He ain't thinking about all the yeast infections that she said she had. He ain't thinking that. He's 18, young and dumb. He's thinking she would look good on my hand. She would look good with my, in pictures that I'm about to post. He was thinking like any 18-year-old with a boner would think. So y'all can't get mad at this boy for making a mistake when a lot of y'all men made the same mistake at 18, fucking a woman that you're like, damn, why'd I mess with her? All y'all had that experience. So the thing about it was she was older and she was the predator. She preyed on him, was going to his games. She planned the whole thing. Got pregnant. Oh, look at me, everybody. Had the baby, and then child support came. Now they're not married. All these things. She planned it. Brittany, the looks only get you so far. Your age is going to happen whether you like it or not. You can get all the BBLs you want with the potholes and all that in your ass to do that. But as you get older, you cannot fight You're gonna get older. So what is the second thing I need to do? I need to have someone's baby. So for 18 years, if I fall off, if this ass drops to my ankles, if I don't look good no more, that's okay. Because I'm gonna still get that money every month. She knew that he was
You know what?
young and he has a big history in the NBA. She's about to get paid. That's her lottery.
You know what else, Brittany? I was gonna say celebrate. Celebrate. I was gonna say
CelebriD.
tell you that celebrity. I'm sorry,
Go ahead.
celebrity. I don't know if you watch the new show called Atlanta, the season 3. It was episode 1. That how the black mom and bear. I had a little debate in the comment section about the black mom, how the black mom gave up her son to the child protective services. And then what's funny what's messed up about it was she had a male figure in the house. It was the granddad. The granddad was a simp. So it was messed up.
I gotta look at that. You gotta send that to me
Yeah,
because I never heard of
you
it.
got it's you never seen it? You never seen a show called Atlanta?
Nope.
Childish Gambino. Oh.
Hold on, we got some more people on here. So let me see. We got, is it Ray? Ray, you there?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
All right. What's the topic? What's going on?
Child support. You ain't been listening? What you been doing, Ray? You been asleep?
No.
Nah, I just tuned in. He just sent me the link.
Child support, how it's the new hustle for these women.
Ray,
Yeah.
you got to you know about it.
Oh yeah, yeah. They've been using the child support and a whole bunch of other stuff, man. I mean, like that. That's really nothing new. Like, 'cause look how many of them just set up shop and just have like 10 kids and all that. Using the welfare system. They chose
True.
that over having a man.
Yep, it's more important. They feel that money will make that child happy when it's really not the case. They need both parents. It's bigger than money. But in a woman's eyes, I have to get my nails done. I still got to look good for the next man, right? When I groom him. So that's why you see a lot of women with more than one baby daddy, and they'll say, "Oh, I just made a bad mistake." You made that mistake 4 times? Damn. At what point is it accountability? At what point are we going to take accountability and say, you know what? I ain't shit. I just want the money. That's all it is. I just want the money. These women are becoming smarter and they're finding different ways to scam you. And if you don't have any money, that's fine. The government will give it to me. And when you do start working, I'll take your money then. I mean, ain't no man going to be unemployed for 18 years, y'all. Keep it 100. So she might not get you right away. She might not get you right away. But those years that you did not work, you chose to sit on your ass, that's now considered back child support. And if you have enough of it, they'll come and take your ass to jail. And now you really got a record. Like I said, now your life is ruined. So I tell these men, don't put yourself on child support because you don't know the outcome of your life. If you lose your job, that money don't stop. You think the government gives a fuck that you lost your job? You better find a way to get another job. McDonald's is hiring. That's what I heard him tell one of my guys. McDonald's is always hiring. You're just lazy. That's what he said to one of my guys. You're just lazy. I can show you right now all the Taco Bell's hiring. Well, that's not what I was making. And you'll still be able to pay your child support. That's how the judges see you guys. So why would you put yourself on it? Why? Tell me what's good about putting yourself on child support. You want to look like the man? Well, you don't. Because no one cares who put who on. It's the fact that you're paying it. You're still going to be a deadbeat dad in everybody's eyes, even if you put yourself on it. Don't do that. You know you're a good father. Why do that?
That's why you have, if I may, that's why you have a lot of men out here that are pushing, the idea for men to, if you want to, set up shop and have family, with a woman, who of the traditional structure, is to go overseas because, just hoping, if you're taking a risk, a big ass risk, if you're trying to, do the whole married thing here in the States.
And that's why a lot of people say they go overseas. You're right. They don't marry American women because they feel like they're all the devil. Now, I'm not going to say they're all the devil, but you do have a lot of devils. But again, it's your job to not look at the ass and actually look at who you are talking to. You get blinded. See, women, that's their little catch. I know if I wear these tight pants and I have my boobs out, He ain't gonna be thinking about what my credit score is. He ain't gonna be thinking about who I laid up with yesterday. He gonna be focused on this ass. And now I got him. Now I know that I got him. So let me fuck
And
him.
and CelebriD, you know what? You know what? That's you're not lying about that because now you said the brothers are going overseas. Now you know what's funny. The funny part of the killer is the nail of coffin is the whole incident, Will Smith incident, which you posted about that woman, about that guy, and I was like, wow, these a lot of our sisters are in the trenches right now. They mindsets are gone, and it's nowhere. We can't. And I'll say, but I s- I don't want to say majority. I want to say majority, but it's like 20%. The 20% of women like yourself are the only good ones out there. Even though you're married, I think you are married. I think, right? I'm not
I'm married. Yep.
mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, you are married. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, you the only one. You off the market. So you on the good. You want to made it out. So it's too late for them. So it's too late.
And here's the thing. Here's the catch. There's a lot of good ones, but men like, where are they? They're not on social media twerking. I can tell you that.
They
You know,
want the
my
they want the but CelebriD. They want the ones that they quiet in the background. So they quiet in the background like, well, we want to get attacked, so we probably don't not gonna say anything. As if you're not saying anything, it's gonna make
exactly.
it worse. It's gonna make
Exactly.
automatically you on their side. So you know.
You're right. You're right. Being quiet is not always right, ladies. You can't be quiet and thinking a man's gonna pick you when you're not even standing up for him. You know, men like a woman that is saying, you know what, that's wrong. Don't do that, sis. That's wrong. A lot of women don't do that. They lie to their friends and tell them, yeah, girl, get him for every penny he has. Take all his money. I want him on the streets. Him and his new girl. I want them to both be on the street so I can drive by in the new car I got with his child support and hunt and laugh. They do this. This is real. I think we got somebody else on here too that I've been avoiding. I'm sorry. Is it Chow? See a little bit of your
Yeah,
name.
this
Are you
child
there?
hound. This child hound. Yeah, I'm here. I'm at work
Chow, how
right
say
now.
hi? Okay, go ahead. I know you got to keep it brief. Go ahead.
Okay, right now I'm trying to get caught up on what's going on with the conversation because my boy Josh here let me, he hooked me up with the link. But the thing about it is I'm running around between buildings, which I'm happen to be a landlord.
Okay, gotta
And
evict some people. And I'm just playing.
well, no, I do that too. That's part of my job.
Do you evict
And
women with kids?
I've evicted them. Yes.
Okay, so he don't play. So accountability on all ends, huh?
That's
Listen,
the one
I
I'm
got
talking about right there, CelebriD.
now. This is I got
Everybody,
a
get out.
situation right now where the woman, all she had to do was pay her 30% part of Section 8 rent. She hadn't paid it. So I served her a notice. And because LA has this moratorium on the evictions right now still, which they said is till June 30th, but it's a lie. They said they're going to make it 15 months more, which is BS. But anyway, I told her we found a way through contractual situation to do the eviction. So I told her, look, you only had to pay 30%. So you got about 8-9 months now that you haven't paid. So I'm not evicting you for rent because it would be illegal to evict you for rent because of the moratorium, but I'm evicting you for breaking the contractual agreement. So violation of your contract, that's how I'm evicting you. So what a lot of people don't understand is on Section 8, you don't pay your rent, we can evict you on the violation of your contract, not for the rent, because of the fact
So
that you agreed when you signed your contract, you agreed to pay the rent. You're not paying the rent, so you violation of contract. So that's how we evicting people right now on Section 8, because Section 8 is
okay,
not subject to the COVID restrictions.
okay. So the topic that we're talking about today is child support, how it's a hustle. Clearly, that woman that you're evicting, either she's getting child support or she's probably not. But if she's getting housing, I'm almost gonna assume she's
She's
probably
getting
getting some
sex.
type of child support.
She's getting that, food stamps, all of that.
Okay. So even with child support, she still hasn't paid her rent. She's just been living there, and I'm just gonna guess that her rent was reduced like to a small
Three
amount,
hundred
right?
dollars, $300, like
And
$360 a month.
and how much is usually if you're not on Section 8? What will we be paying?
It would have been $1,750 for that one bedroom.
Ooh, okay. And you're telling me for 9 months she was probably getting all the benefits. She was getting those
Yep,
all them checks from the government, and she still ain't
yep,
paid. Wow,
yep,
wow. So she just put her kids' lives at risk as well. So
yep.
I'm
She
almost.
sure
Have you ever
did.
met the dad? Has the dad ever came to visit or
No,
anything?
I never seen him. I seen the son, but I haven't seen the father. So I never met
This
him.
woman.
Yeah,
So that just says a lot, ladies. Y'all, go ahead.
she was crying for help. And see, this is the crazy part. All these people crying for help. They need a place to stay and all of that. Then I got another lady that was on low income. Okay, through I'm not going to mention no names of the housing situation, but one of the programs she was in, they assisted her paying her rent. So my sister, my older sister, was against it. She said, no, because we're gonna get screwed on this. They're gonna end up not paying and we're gonna be stuck. I said, no, let's help them. So we helped the lady. They were helping. So when her contract was coming up to be renewed, now this is low income housing, whole different story. She'll pay like $50 a month. And the agency, because they got all these billions of dollars of federal funding going to homelessness, they will pay the other part. So say for instance, if $1,700, she pays only $50 of that, and they pay the rest. She lied, and they finally found out, and they cut her off the program. Now we stuck with her because I can't evict her, and she's only paying $800, and she's falling behind. She's falling behind. So this is stuff that's going on, and it makes it hard to try to help people.
Now, even though she's falling behind, what she can do as a woman, put on a really good wig. A wig that makes her look like a battered victim. Put on some good glasses that are not not a prescription. Just some glasses. Cry a little bit before she gets there. Bring the kid with her, and she can get
Hell
rental assistance.
no.
She can get rental assistance. She can get some church is going to help her. I've seen women. It depends on
No,
the wig.
but listen, she can afford it. She works for a school district. She can afford it. That's what they found out. They found out she lied on her paperwork because they checked her income. She could afford to pay the regular rent. So you got people scamming like that too.
So what's the outcome? You gonna put her out?
When this moratorium is over with, she's one of the first people I'm getting.
And you know, most of those people that are living rent free, they don't realize that they still got to pay that rent. So, ladies, it's not no hustle right now because you're not paying rent. And some of them, their rent is very, very small. Some of them might only get $100 a month in rent, and they're taking advantage of that. Well, I don't have to pay it yet until 18 months from now, so I'm gonna chill. Why? You're getting food stamps, cash. You got all these tax checks. You got paid. Mind you, the refunds. Everybody got their refunds in the last couple months, right? Now you got a woman with 3 or 4 kids. She got paid. She probably got about 7, 8 stacks, and they
She
still
said,
ain't
I'm
paying rent.
queen. She said, I'm queen. I ain't got to pay shit.
But they getting ready to give them a tax credit
wigs.
though. Them tax credits for them kids. Oh
Now,
man.
when you evict when that woman that you're about to evict, keep those wigs. You can sell those on the black market and make a good buck. I know she got some wigs in that house.
You probably do. She probably do.
Go to court and wear that good wig. Like I said, I've seen a woman come to court. If y'all seen that movie Sprung, if anybody saw that movie Sprung from the 90s with Joe Torre and Tisha Campbell, Sprung. She came in there with that battered wig, and the cops believed her, right? He tried to assault me, right? He said, "Girl, I know you want these nuts." They believed her over the wig, but if they would have started with that other wig when she was hoeing, they wouldn't have believed her. So I've seen a woman come to court with a good wig, didn't even look up at the judge, didn't give him eye contact. I mean, she played the role well until we had the video of her the night before. Yes, bitch! Hey! I couldn't believe it.
That's funny because I happen to know both of them, Joe and Tisha.
So you know the movie I'm talking about. Now, if you know Tisha shouldn't have been lying like she did. Okay, she lied about being kidnapped, and that's another thing. Women, stop lying. Stop lying about men being bad. Stop lying and putting yourself in these predicaments because you're short on money. A lot of women, when the money's running out, they now think of the next scam. What can I do? Let me create a hostile environment.
Hey, they got a movie named Section. They got a movie named Section 8. Go check it out. It's a B movie that came out like in the late 2000s.
B movie, you mean a movie that's recorded with like a regular cell phone? Because them ghetto movies.
No. It's a B movie. It's a B movie that never made it to the theaters, but it made it to DVD. It's called Section 8.
Okay, I'm just saying because there's a lot of movies on Amazon that are like that, and you can tell that they made the movie with an Android. Okay, I can't see that well. You know, you think it's your TV, but you just bought the TV. You know, so I'm just saying. But at the end of the day, fellas, all I'm saying is just be mindful of who you land with. And if you're going through a child support case right now, I tell all my guys, text. Because if you text them, you have that proof, you can use it in court. Some of y'all get so mad you call her, you bitch, well fuck you too. And all that stuff that y'all said, nothing can be recorded. I mean, because if you tell her, look, I'm gonna record this conversation for my protection, she's gonna sound like like she went to college and got a PhD. She ain't gonna argue with you. She's gonna be calm, cool, and collected.
Yeah.
But you have to tell them. But if you text her and tell her, hey, just want to know when I can pick up my kid. Did you get that check? Did you get the? Yep, I got it. Bam, that's your confirmation. So again, the more you text, the more records you can keep for yourself. And even if she deletes them, that ain't me texting. He lying. He created a fake text number and said it was me. We can find ways. There's phone records that you cannot change. Every person that has a phone bill, it comes with a phone record. Who you text, when you text. Also,
Oh,
you can
good.
delete all you want, but we got the software. We can plug your phone into a computer and retrieve everything you deleted. It ain't gone just because you deleted it from your phone. A regular person won't be able to get into it, but people can still get into your phone even if you deleted it.
So,
Evidence.
I got a question. What
Yeah.
about old phones? What about phones that you don't talk to this person no more, but
No,
you got
not.
old.
What you mean, like a Nokia? Then no, we ain't got a chance. If it's a Nokia, something like that. What do you mean
No,
old phone?
nah, not a Nokia, nah. Something like an old phone, like old number, like they changed their number, but it's old number though. That's why I'm in this. That's
It's the phone. You can have a different number attached to that. You could change the number 10 times. Once we plug that phone into the computer, we can get anything that was on that phone that has been deleted. That's what I'm saying.
okay, good.
Doesn't matter.
Okay,
You can change the
I know what
number,
to
but
call. I know what to call there for my case then.
so what I'm saying is, I know you guys have seen First 48. What do? They ask first for that phone, right? Because they know you've been
Yeah.
deleting shit, and they know they can retrieve it. The idiot doesn't know, and you don't have to give them your phone. All I'm saying is, a lot of women, they tend to think because they deleted it, it didn't happen, and they lose those cases too. But when it comes to child support, it is for the child. It is not for nails. It's not for bundles. But that's what these women are using it for. And until the government decides to stop being the bitches that they are, and they create programs where they have to send a receipt at the end of the month. This is something I asked to be implemented 10 years ago, and they shut me down. That's the dumbest idea we ever heard. Why would we do that? Now we're controlling someone. Now we're not trusting them that they're spending it on the child. Duh, because they're not. They're not spending it on the child. But I kid you not. If they put in different implementations in every state where the woman has to turn in every receipt at the end of the month, every dollar she spent that had to do with child support, I guarantee you these kids will be looking fly. You'll see them in a nice outfit. They'll be going on trips. These kids will be well taken care of. I've seen kids whose hair look like like Halloween. They just like a maze of just webs everywhere. But the mom's hair is laid to the gods. Wig is on point. Baby hair is on point. Makeup is on point. But your kid look ratchet. That's that child support she used. See, they're not using it for the kid. Oh, she's a kid. Her hair can look a mess, nappy like that. No, it can't. No.
CelebriD. I got a
Oh,
celebrity.
go ahead.
I got a
Go ahead.
question. I got a question
Uh-huh.
for you. Why was it? This is all the government is all planned. Why was it they want these kids to be messed up so they can go to the system? So these kids would be messed up, whatever, like that. Why was this all planned? They know what's going on. They're just using the women as profit, as profit. Like how can I say this? They know that the women are going to fall for this gimmick, and it's making money. They making money off child support and Section 8 money and stuff like that.
Women love Section 8. I mean, the lazy women, because you got some good women that in this world that have piece of shit for dads, and they haven't put them on child support. Well, why? I don't want to ruin his life. That's love right there. We have a
Yeah, I
child together,
never
and even though
understood
I'm
that
tired of
shit.
him, and I want to stab him, I'm still not going to take him to child support because then he's under the government's control, and I don't think that's fair. I'm trying to work with him and give him a chance to do better before I make this. But see, you got some women that'll say child support is the fifth step. We're going to go through all these hoops first to do what we can to prevent us from going to step 5. Now, if you absolutely have to go to step 5 first because he's not willing to be there, you do what you got to do as a woman. But a lot of these women are going to step 5 because he moved on with Amber. He's in the kid's life 100%. He just ain't fucking with her no more and giving her that good dick. He's not giving it to Amber across the way. So now she's mad. So she put on that good wig and go down to child support. It's not hard to file it. It's not hard to file it. And then they can manipulate the kid to say, yeah, he's not around. I want to be with my mom, not my dad. I've seen that too happen.
Now it was one video. It was one video. This white guy fought. His kid turned to like 15 and 16 years old, and he had to record it. He said he didn't want to go back to his mama, and the court case, the mom went berserk and crazy because they thought the father the cops thought the father was forcing the son to say this, but it was like, we can't take the kid back to the mom, because if the kid want to stay with his dad, he made a decision. He's 15 and 16 years old. So they went to court. When they went to court, the judge was acting like a beta male simp, like a bull, like feminine, like a sissy boy, whatever. Well, you're wrong with telling your child that you taking a boy's father, you taking a boy's mother away from him, and you're cruel telling us your son. The father's like, I'm not doing anything. The father was like, I'm not doing anything at all. This is his decision. Some teenagers see people think kids are just kids, but kids see way more stuff than we do.
Mm-hmm.
They knew what's going on. And the thing is, he won that court case. He got both custody of his 15-year-old and his 15-year-old and 13-year-old. And they both won him, and the mom was just furious.
Oh yes,
and they was trying. Let
me tell you, when a man wins full custody of his kids, and she's no longer ever gonna get child support. Let me tell you how evil some of these women are. So fellas, take notes. Just because you won full custody and now she gets occasional visitation, it doesn't mean that it's over. She will show up to the school. She will look for any bruise, any mark. She's on your ass forever because she lost. So there's a little mark on her arm. Where'd this come from? Oh, you're beating her. It's so easy for you to lose that status overnight.
You got some, but
and mad.
I'm gonna tell you this though. You got some boys that go on a certain age, that they want to be that male. They want to be with their fathers, to be with their male to be their counterparts. They want to be taught by their fathers and stuff like that, by that masculinity, by that role. The mother can't do that or teach them sons that. So that's why in a certain age, when they be like 16 or 15 years old, they're like, screw this, I'm going with my father. My father don't have this type of attitude or behavior, and my mom going through. She got mood swings and stuff like that. I can't even handle this stuff. She got bipolar problems, like freak it. I'm moving over. I'm moving over there. And the daughters just it's complicated. If they have a daughter, if you have a daughter now, that daughter is going to listen to the mother.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, whatever it is, but the boys have more sense. They be like, they actually sit down and go through it, and they go to a red pill early stage of masculine of they try to embrace that masculine side, but the mother's like, no, try to call them and stuff like that. So that's why they go to the fathers and be like, hey, pops, me and you could be cool, whatever, like that. We don't have to deal with bull crap. And that's how they win custody.
And if you have a son like that that's bouncing between both of you guys and the dad is paying child support, it's always good to have your kids, if they come, because I know families right now. I know dads who, my son came to me and asked me if I can get him some J's for 15, and I'm like, I'm sending your mom $564 a month. Where's that going? I asked her. She told me to ask you. Again, he asked where that money went. Oh, I had to pay rent. That's not what that money was for. Unfortunately, I know you have to keep a roof over your child's head, but if that means using your child support when you should be using your check from your job to do that, now we got a problem. Because you're now the child support I'm sending you for the child, you're using to pay rent every month. That's not what it's for. Just so you don't have to use your whole check to pay rent, you're using some of his child support. If he needs new shoes, that's what that child support is for. How many women are actually putting child support in a fund called child support where the money's racking up every month that they get it so they can use it for the kid? They ain't doing that shit. No, they're not doing that. They're using that money for themselves. And your kids will sometimes tell you, yeah, mom just got back from Miami. Miami? She's supposed to be unemployed. Kids will tell. Kids will Snitch on your ass quick and forget the lie that you told them to remember. They'll forget it. See, the thing about it is, I think more men need to stand up and take these motherfuckers to court. These women do not deserve to sit on their ass and live off the government, ruin your fucking life, and you ain't gonna do nothing about it. You don't want to hurt her feelings. No. In order for someone to learn from their mistakes, they have to be punished. That's why when you commit a crime, you go to jail. I ain't never seen a cop say, I know you shot him, I'm gonna let you go, because you know what? Shit happens. So you go ahead and go, man. And he waves to him goodbye. That ain't gonna happen. He gonna lock his ass up. They're gonna judge him. They're gonna sentence him. That's it. So when a woman
You
is
know what?
doing
Something
wrong,
did
you
happen
gotta.
like that, similar though, CelebriD. Something didn't happen like that.
Okay, we ain't gonna go to that example because that's what we're talking about. So you must be talking about Montana or something. Where it happened
No,
at? Utah?
Texas.
So a man shot someone. The cops say, "Have a good day."
No, they.
Hey, well,
They
the
actually,
women got to get
I think
together
he's
and
smoking. I think he's smoking right now. I ain't never heard
no,
of that.
no, for real. This actually happened in Texas though. But you go ahead. But I don't want to be stay off. I don't be
Now
off topic.
you brought us there. So what happened? I want to know what happened because it don't even sound real. You
The
saying
woman.
somebody committed a crime?
It was actually a woman. She didn't get a sentence. She only had probation. She shot this guy. I don't know if you saw this video, but it was very graphic. She was playing with a gun. She shot this guy in the car in the head, and he's paralyzed from the left side. They took her to jail, and they just let her go the next day.
Okay, I'm talking about someone actually robbing a liquor store and shooting Mei Ling in the head, and then walking out, and the cop shows up and says, "You know what? Shit happens." I'm talking about that. I'm not talking about someone playing with a gun
Okay.
and it accidentally goes off with no intention of trying to kill someone. You just did something stupid with a gun. I ain't talking about that. I'm just saying, like, you're not just going to commit a crime and not be punished for it. So when a woman is doing wrong, fellas, you got to punish her. You got to take it the legal way, because that way you keep a paper trail. They're going to say, well, she's been doing this for years. Why didn't you do anything? Why'd you wait until Bonquisha took your ass to court? Now we don't believe nothing you say because you didn't create a paper trail. Bonquisha did. So all I'm saying is, while you think she's sitting around and you got the kids and everything's good, she's plotting. She's plotting to get your ass back. Women don't like to lose, and they don't like to be embarrassed. And when they hear that, oh, the dad got the kids full time, they know that's going to make them look like a piece of shit for a mother. So they're going to do everything in their power to ruin your life until they get those kids back. If that means, okay, I need you to tell them that daddy did this, not the monkey bars, daddy. Okay, let's practice. Who did this? Daddy. Okay, next day, let's practice. Who did that? Daddy. I've seen it. I'm just telling y'all this for the hell of it. Whatever mommy tells them to say, for some ice cream, for some frozen, something that they like. These women are good at that. But when we took that same child into a room with a cop, who did that? I got it playing at school. So then why did you say daddy did it? Because mommy told me to?
Women like that deserve to get their kids taken away, period.
But they don't get them taken away right away. That's the thing. You got to go through more hoops and hurdles than that.
But also too, the laws y'all need to, while y'all women need to get together, damn it, you know what I mean? If y'all really feel strongly like that and really want, men to, to be in a relationship with men and all that shit, marriage and all that whatnot, y'all need to go and to march to that Capitol, damn it, and tell them, hey, you want the laws to be changed, you know what I mean?
You don't think they're doing that?
To change in the favor of men. You know what I mean? But they're hey, you have a lot of women on here online, you know what I mean? They may be talking all this stuff, whatever, but in person now they getting scared though when it comes to
on this panel. This is the first panel. This is the first show that I've had out of all 8 shows that I've had. Not one woman hopped on. I am disappointed. I had to work, Daphne. No, you don't. You ain't got to work. You're scared to come on here and say something. That is troubling. I've had all men on here, but all the women are busy at work. So y'all work. What do y'all do? Y'all the strippers we talking about? For work this late. So where was y'all at earlier? Like I said, I look at patterns of people, and I know some people are just scared to get on and say, well, I think men should pay child support because that's their job. It's okay if that's your belief. I want to hear it. I'm not going to judge you. But there's too many women in these comments talking about they at work, and y'all can't put your headset on and talk, but y'all can type. If you type, you're looking down. Don't play with me. I know these lies. Y'all sound like the women I used to do house visits for. Oh, what's that noise? Oh, it's the TV. But you ain't got no TV. Let me inside. Pookie and they're smoking weed. So again, all I'm saying is I expected more women to get on and speak on this, but clearly either you're the woman I'm talking about or you got somebody in your family listening, and they telling you, don't you fucking embarrass me. Don't you get on there and tell that woman she's right when you know I'm fucking up in life right now. Because a lot of people have family members that are doing this and they're encouraging it. Yes, sis, drain his account, girl. Do what you got to do. Yeah, I lie for you too. I tell the judge what I saw. It's a family affair. They all help each other. A woman will support another woman because it's a woman. Even if the man is right and the woman is wrong, they will say, "Well, yeah, I'm
You,
gonna do it because it's sister code." I don't go by those codes. So that
You
woman that
are
told me
hilariously correct.
what happened to girl code, ain't no girl code when you are disrespecting kids and
oh
you're
yeah,
not
that
taking care of your
post,
kids.
that post.
Girl
What happened
code,
to girl code,
girl.
sis? He was like, "Ain't no girl code, bitch. What the fuck
She
you
didn't even
talking?"
say my bitch ass mouth. See, when you use the word bitch, all the cards go off the table. She said, "You called me a bitch twice. I let that go." She said it again. Okay, now we got war. Now it's war. So what I'm saying is you can't go into these groups, ladies, and lie and say you're making all this money. And the sad part is she had a lot of people that supported her and called me a rat. They
They
called me
know.
a
They
rat,
know.
a snitch.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, sir. But when I saw that post, they was like, "Fuck it, I'm saying it. Celebrate," because I saw you change your name. He's like, "Get your ass out here. Y'all know you snitched." I was like, "Oh shit, they already know. They already know what
Oh, she knew it was me. She knew it was me. That group, ladies of the shy, they know what I do. They're not, and the admin knows what I do too, and that's why she might have blocked me, but the admin did not boot me because they know that I might have pissed that woman off, but I've helped a lot of people in that damn group. So the
you know
ladies of
what?
the shy, ain't no ladies of the shy when you're covering for someone that's doing wrong. I can't do that. I don't live by
Yeah,
my
that
code.
was. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, you know what? I like what you do because I remember one post you said that this guy bought a teddy bear. It was like, oh, he bought that cheap ass shit. Wait, if you're wrong, sis, you're wrong. I'm not going. Hold up. Man. Okay.
There's
Oh,
somebody else that just joined, but they're using the link as their name.
oh.
Are you there? I don't even know what to call you. Are you there?
Hey, you might. This might be a troll. And I'm
Can
just
you
saying, be
hear me?
prepared. Um,
It's a woman. Okay,
Can
you didn't want to put no name. You just wanted to
can
use the
you
StreamYard link.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
yes,
It's
we can hear you.
me. It's Kim Kim. I called in before. Me and you did a live
Oh,
before.
Well, Kim, how come you didn't make your name Kim?
I don't know how. I didn't know how to do that on the stream yard.
Make
I'm a
sure you
little
was
new
really
to
Kim.
that.
Okay, Kim. What's my YouTube name? Kim.
Your CelebriD D.
Okay, no, CelebriD. I give you that. You said 2 Ds. That's okay. I just want to make sure you was real. Go ahead, hon. What you got to
Yeah, I
say?
was one before when we was talking about I forget what we was talking
Child
about the
support.
last time. When I was on with you before, but with child support, this is my thing. Everybody needs to take accountability. I have a problem with women that put men on child support and they're doing other things with their money besides taking care of the child. I understand that, this is no disrespect because some women are going to say this. Oh, well, it takes more than just money. I have bills to pay and this and that. I get all that, sweetheart. But at the end of the day, that money is for your child. You understand? You should be making enough money where you can pay your bills without using your child's child support money to do so. That's just my personal opinion on that. You know what I mean?
You
And
sound
if
like me,
and if
Kim.
if a man is actually taking care of his child, and I don't mean, you know, he's doing what he can here and there, but he's literally being a father. And that doesn't mean your kids need stuff every month. Come on, man. I'm a mom. I have 3 kids. I know kids don't need something every single month. You understand? But if you can call and you have a good rapport where you can call and say, hey, hun, or a friend or whatever his name is, hey, our son needs this and that. And it's not always having to be completely where everything is on him. I mean, you don't know how to go half, like, hey, he has football, his cleats is due. It's $175. I got half, you got half. You understand? It's just
Talk,
that
Kim.
simple. Like you have to make it right. Like it's not you got to understand, at least you've made something beautiful out of your relationship, which was your child. So at the end of the day, okay, we didn't work, but that doesn't mean that we're not adult enough to co-parent and be parents to our child. It's enough toxic stuff out of here that's going on. So at the end of the day, you're supposed to be a united front when it comes to your children. Period.
Okay, Kim Luther King. She came in with facts, y'all.
I'm just
No.
saying, because I'm just tired. Like I was a single mom and I did it myself. And at the end of the day, I was the one that was being told, oh, well, she don't let me see my kids. That was a lie. The truth that he wasn't telling was You thought in order to see your kid that you had to see your kid and get some. That's not how that works, bro. Like, we ain't together no more. So you taking care of your responsibilities had nothing to do with me having to get in the bed with you in order for you to do so. So make that make sense.
Well, I definitely agree, Kim. Kim, and I appreciate you for coming in and saying what you said, because I've said that many times. A lot of women are not using the money for the child. It's to pay their bills. That's what a
Yeah.
job is for. A
Yes.
job is for you to pay your bills, not to use what the dad. And here's the thing: you got some men that are giving these women their last. They're
Exactly.
willing to starve until the next check so that their kid can survive. But in the real world, the woman has all this money. She just don't want to spend her money. She want to spend yours. She wants
But
your
that
life
don't
to be
make sense to
miserable.
me. That don't
It
make
don't, but
sense
they
to
do it.
me.
They
I know. I
it's
see it. I see it all the time. Like
they're
I
mad.
even see kids that have special needs, and I don't even want to say this, but I am like I've seen children that get social security checks because they're have a disability or whatever, and
Yes.
the moms don't use that for what they're supposed to use it for. I've known people that actually called in the social security and told on these people, and you know what social security told them? Like they can't control how the mom or whoever spends the money. Those is facts.
Now, what if you said to them, "I see your dad out there spending money"? For some reason, I think they would act differently.
No, they
It's
wouldn't.
different when it's a man.
It's
I
sad.
feel.
They don't give a damn how this money is being spent. And the sad part about it is, just like every now and then Social Security will do an audit, but they don't do audits enough.
They don't. There you go. It takes work. We don't like when I worked for the state. People didn't want to investigate when I would put in a claim because of the paperwork. They didn't want the work so that means I got to stay past 5. I got to go and do a home visit off the clock. That was
Yeah,
stuff they didn't want to do. I was willing to do that. I was
right.
willing to park right across the way where I can see their entrance to see if Pookie was coming in there that wasn't supposed to be there.
And that's
I
what you're
did that.
supposed to do. I mean, let's be real. Like, especially like there's kids, we're gonna not gonna sit here and pretend like kids aren't put in danger depending on certain situations. Not saying that all moms are like this or whatever, but some of them, they have a lot of friends. So at the end of the day, you need to make sure that you're not possibly bringing in a pedophile or a pervert around your children. Like, let's be perfectly clear here. And I know that's totally off topic, but come on. So a lot of stuff goes on. You got to be mindful. Don't be taking a man's money and doing what you want with it. And then your kids look a mess. That's not cool. It's not
It's
okay.
not.
Because I'm going to be honest. I don't look at the children. I look at you as the mom. Like, wow, she fly to death, but her kid looks a hot mess. And I don't give her no props. I don't say nothing about how cute she looks or how fly her hair is. You're a mess as far as I'm concerned.
I heard that. It looks like we have somebody else that joined top tier. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. Yes. Yes. No. Yeah, I wanted to join. I've kind of been in the same boat of what you've been speaking with, dealing with the situation from both fronts of two children. And yeah, it's not something to play with. The system is rigged to say the least.
Amen.
Gosh, if I want to get into specifics, my situation, I'm shelling out 3,300 a month for two
Wow.
children.
Hold
That's a
on. Look,
Yeah.
lot.
stop right there. Stop right there, top tier.
hmm
If you don't mind me asking, what do you do for a living?
Oh,
If it's
I'm an
okay to ask.
electrical and computer engineer.
Wow. That's a lot of money.
Yeah,
Woo! Oh,
and
okay.
That's
so
a
She
lot.
balling right now.
yeah, it's two of them. One was through college along the way, and me being studious and kept my head in my books, didn't realize I wasn't as savvy as what was going on. And that was my first son, my oldest. We broke up, and then still hung around, and oops, I'm pregnant, just as I'm
Oh,
starting a great career. Um,
Mm-mm.
that was the first one that I went through dealing with. That was in 2008. Going through the books, I fought for 5 years in total. She would move from county to county. Um,
wow.
went up to Northern California, Contra Costa County, I believe it is, and which was crazy because as this is going on, I moved on, and my then good friend at the time, who we'll get to her later, was helping me and guiding me along the way, telling me the pitfalls of how women, shady women may think. Little did I know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I went up to Northern California, Contra Costa County, saw the judge. I was flying, plane tickets every weekend. Friday,
Wow.
I would fly up there to pick up my son, fly back. Sunday, I would pay for mother to fly in to Long Beach, pick
What?
him up, and fly back to Oakland, Contra Costa, Northern California. And so when I saw the judge up north, and they asked me what I did. She quit her government job, mind you, just beforehand, before filing. He looked at me, and said, "Sir, I don't know what to tell you. The state owes you money. You're spending $970 a month of your own on plane tickets alone."
Right.
He said, "What would you like child support to be?" I said, "Oh, I don't know, sir. I was young, 25, 26. I said, $300. He said, "Sure, $300 it is." She stormed out of there furious, angry. Keep in mind, she dressed like Celie from The Color Purple, dressed it down.
Exactly. What did I say?
Everything.
I said this.
Yep. She had her
So let
friends
me
say,
ask you
"Oh, I
this:
don't have a
was I
car."
wrong when I
Yep.
said they choose that good wig, right?
Right.
Exactly. She, "Oh, I don't have a car. My
Okay.
friend came and dropped me off," the whole 9 yards. When he said $300, she was hot. So I'm like, cool. I get down to come back to Southern California. My managers, directors, they all know what's going on. They're giving me tips and points. They said, "We don't know how you did it, but you're lucky as all heck to pay $300 a month." Lo and behold, give it about 2-3 months later, I get a letter from Solano County saying, "Hey, you need to pay child support." Mind you, the agreement is $300. They're already taking it away in one county. She moved to another county, Solano County nearby, told them whatever she told them, and they're saying, "Hey, your child support is supposed to be, I think it was 1,600, whatever she embellished it to get it that high." I said, "What are you talking about?" So from
Wow.
phone calls back and forth for 2 weeks straight, break time, lunchtime, I'm calling the case manager, caseworker, whatever. And I finally said, "Why is this going on? There's already been a judgment." She's like, "Wait, what are you talking about?" I said,
See?
"Yeah, I was just there. And Contra Costa County said it's $300. She said, "What?" She said, "Really?" Okay, so she looked into it. She's like, "Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we're just going to honor what Contra Costa County said a month and a half, 2 months ago." I'm like, "Great." She gets pissed. Lo and behold, $300 it is. I'm cool, thinking everything's great. Mind you,
She
I
moved
just
to
got
another
married.
county.
Say that again?
She moved to another county.
A year later, she waited. She moved to San Bernardino County. San Bernardino County, for those that know, San Bernardino ain't the greatest area. Nothing good is going on in San Bernardino. So
Okay.
after almost 9 months later, San Bernardino, she files it there. I said, "Hey, I just was in Contra Costa." Solano said the same thing. The judge said, "Oh, well, it's here, so let's hear it. It's been almost a year, so we're gonna hear it anyways." I'm like, "Great." So what she presented to the judge, she, keep in mind, she was, I hate to say it, she was smart. I don't know who told her to do this. She filed for the family visitation court in LA County, but simultaneously, right after, went and filed with Department of Child Support Services for money courts in another county. So what that means is visitation family courts cannot do anything or make any judgments with regards to money because another court is handling that, which is the Contra Costa, Solano County, and bouncing to San Bernardino County. Okay, so judge hears it, looks it over, says, "Well, I see what she presented here. Mind you," she says, "Oh, I'm on what do you call it, where the government gives you money?
Public assistance.
Yeah, public assistance." And mind you, found out they garnished my tax return because I didn't understand why until later. Because whatever they pay out, they find somebody the father who can pay it out and who they can take it from. Judge, long story says, well, we're gonna make it $1,271 a month.
Oh no.
She says she pays $700 in childcare, all this stuff. And
Okay.
I'm like, "Sir, it was a bunch of fraud, false signatures on the childcare paperwork and everything." I had to go a month or two later, refile in that same judge and show him. And we had to subpoena the so-called babysitter. The babysitter was there. She's like, "I don't want any problems. I haven't seen your child for a year and a half. So I
Wow.
don't know what's going on. I didn't sign this. Just I don't want to get in trouble and lose my license."
Exactly.
You know, all of this went on to say the judge said, "You know what, Miss Such and Such, it's evident you lied. Your credibility is now zero. And anything you say, the court, we don't want to. You're tarnished."
Right.
He turns to me, and I'm so mad at myself in my youth. Looking back, he says, "What do you want me to do, sir?" And I said, "Well, sir, I just wanted to prove to you that she was lying and this was all fraudulent. I should have said I wanted it to be taken back to what it was with regards to child support." So he made it $900 a month. That was my oldest son, right? All this is going on while I'm now married, and the woman I married, who was a friend, schooling me on how shady some ladies can be, herself had a plan.
Wait.
So
Wait.
Yeah.
I don't mean to laugh, but I can't. Like this is really making me physically sick.
Man, I'm dealing with like literally, yeah, just that's a whole nother bag of beans. Was I didn't know what narcissism was until things were on the out and outs and papers were filed. But 8.5 years. Go ahead.
People that are listening to you, I know that some of them probably came in and came out. This man said it took 5 years. So most people that come out there, a lot of these women that come out there and say men don't fight, it took this brother here that's speaking 5 years.
Oh,
Right.
5 years
oh,
in what? How many counties?
hold on. Check this out. 5 years of fighting with my oldest. I gave up when she moved county to county because I didn't know which county she moved to, and I couldn't spend $3,000 a month to pay a private investigator to track her while I now have a wife and children.
That was my rate. Yeah, and she
You
knew
know?
that. The
And
thing
so I
is, she
threw my
knew you
hands
had
up.
a wife and children.
Yes,
That's
she
crazy.
after her, I moved on, and I eventually got married while the court cases are going on, with dealing with her and trying to play these games. And I guess she was angry and jealous, trying to make things even worse. Regardless, but yeah, after the fact, after we broke up, court cases started 2-3 years. Then I got married later, and lo and behold, the marriage is chapter 2 now, dealing with that woman.
Wow.
So all in all, 2008, it started with the 5 years you mentioned. I threw my hands up at 5 years. It wasn't until this last year I said, you know what? The divorce is, well, it's in a gray area. It should be finalized, but they screwed that up. Let me go and pursue where's my son, my oldest? So I had to do Zoom calls and everything, dealing with his mother. Now go back to, this is 2021, February I filed. April, the judge ordered, okay, well, let's have reunification therapy through Zoom calls because of COVID, video calls. Fine. 6 sessions at 50 minutes a session, total of 5 hours combined. Tell me why it took until December 2021 for mother to finally comply with 5 video Zoom calls. I paid for the therapist $160 each 50 minutes, each hour. We're trying to set it up. Mother's saying, oh, your son's too busy. He doesn't have time. He has sports, he has this and all that, whatever excuse it is. But I'm like, okay, if he's 13 now, if he's able to sit down and watch a TV at any point in time, that's more important than me spending 50 minutes on a Zoom call to interact and reunify with his father, with the therapist, on the process. So
No
all that to say,
disrespect, but
finally it's done.
no disrespect, but if I was the judge, and I'm gonna be honest, just like we all know, like if you don't pay child support, how you can get in trouble, and you can get in trouble, and they can decide to put you in jail or whatever. So my thing is, it should have been told to her, well, okay, well, obviously you don't need the child support then if he can't be in contact with the son. So we'll just take that away, and let's see how fair she'd have made sure that them Zoom calls were resumed.
Hey, so someone wanted to know how many counties total did she move to?
Yes, how many counties you said?
was it? Yep, how many counties before you gave up?
It was, okay, a total of 4. LA, San Bernardino, Contra Costa, Solano. Yeah, from Northern California and Southern California.
That's
now
crazy.
Means
here's
to move
the kicker.
to 4
Check
counties.
this out.
Okay, gotcha. Go ahead.
That's it.
Now here's the kicker. Check this out. Keep in mind, since 2008, 2009, I've been paying $915 a month, right? Lo and behold, guess what I found out about 1.5 years ago? Since 2010, she's been working as an engineer, but on the paperwork, she put 0 income, that she gets government assistance, and it's never been updated.
Oh wait,
wow.
she should get in trouble for that.
She's been making more money. She's been making money, the same amount of money as me or more. I'm sorry, what was that?
I said she should get in trouble for that, like, because
she lied. She lied on a federal form at that.
Right.
Correct.
What'd you do about it?
Correct. Now check this out. So I've already filed. Guess what? So end of April. I have two court hearings in April, 3 in May for both situations combined. I'm gonna see if they can go back and back pay the $140K, $130K in total that I paid for my oldest sons in child support. So she's freaking out all of a sudden, and maybe he's old enough, he should stay with his father and all that. And so I'm working through that.
Well, get in here then.
Suddenly,
attack. I need you, listen to me. I need you to attack. Do not let, this woman has did a lot to you. She has,
Okay.
affected you in many, many ways. Do not let up on this woman, because if it was you doing
No,
this
I'm
to
not.
her, it wouldn't have taken all these years. They would have established everything within a couple months, if that,
Sure
because you're a
enough.
man. But when it's a woman doing bad, they will drag it out forever,
Yes.
because they know that a man can only take so much before he says, you know what,
And
this is
throws his
becoming too
hands up.
costly. I'm losing money. I already have a family that I have to support. I don't have the
Yep.
means to keep traveling. They know that. She knows that.
Yep.
That's why they're
Yep.
doing this to you, because they know that eventually you're gonna
Yes.
get tired. But you
Yep.
make sure you get that money. And when you do, we're gonna do a show called The After Party, because we're gonna party when you
Facts.
get that money, okay?
Facts.
Okay? Because a lot of
Okay.
men don't get a lot of
Yeah,
men
I'm
don't
with
get the
that. I'm with
respect. A
that.
good man that actually love their kids and care and want to be there. You got
Right.
good men that want to be fathers to their kids. They just don't want nothing to do with the woman. And
Yep.
and what women need to realize is
Yeah.
that he left you. He didn't leave the kids. So stop
Exactly.
spreading those lies. Because I know women that say he left us. No, take the S away. He left you, mom. He left you. Say it with me, mom. You. He didn't leave
You.
me. He left you. But you're refusing to let him see me because you are bitter. You are angry. You are jealous.
Mhm.
And for them
Everything.
kids to
And
Yes.
grow up and then hate the mom
You're
because now
right.
they found out the truth.
these women know that you love your kids so much that, like I said, you'll move closer to where she's at. You'll tell the grandparents, hey, I know you get them on this day. Can you at least have them call me? There's
Yep.
men that go through so many hoops and hurdles
Yeah.
just to hear their kid's voice because the mom has the control. Again, I've seen men lose cases that should have won, but I'm not a judge, you know? So
Yep.
are you
Yeah.
eating some Fritos or something? Is somebody eating something? I hear a lot of noise.
No,
That's
not
just
me.
me.
Not me.
I'm
Sunflower
moving.
seeds?
I'm opening up a paper real quick.
Okay, open up a bag of Doritos. I thought you was about to eat some Doritos. Okay, so
No,
what I'm
I was
saying is,
opening up
you have
my
a pizza on you,
pizza.
Kim.
I'm
Okay,
just eating up my
get your pizza
pizza.
on. What I'm saying is, you have a lot of people out there with the intent. They're going to make sure that they make the man suffer. And when you have a woman that's
Oh
doing
yeah.
wrong and you have the proof, a lot of men need to go
Mhm.
ahead and do what they have to do. You cannot go easy on these women. What?
Yep.
So a whole bunch of women can go
No.
to a judge and or go into the law and say, I think we should change this. But if you guys are not, it starts with you guys. You have to create the narrative that these women are using the system, abusing the system, and not using child support for supporting the kids. When you
Right.
guys start speaking
Yep.
up, it will support us. It will support. We can't go out there and say, I know she's doing it. Well, no men have come forward, ma'am. So you're telling us to create a law, and there's
Yeah.
not enough men saying that the women are breaking it because men are seeing it and they're saying, you know what? I got it. I got it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not going to tell on her. And you know, a lot of men might have a background, so they don't want to say nothing because they don't want to put the heat on them.
Yep.
So if that's the case, you have family, you have a sister, you have an auntie, you got somebody that can speak on your behalf and say, I witnessed this. And you would just be
Mm-hmm.
supporting what she said. But you're not the one making the original claim. You get what I'm
Yep.
saying? So for
Yep.
those men who are scared about
Yep.
their background and, oh, I don't want him to look at me and say, well, you got warrants. Come on, baby boy. Then have somebody else do it on your behalf, a family member that has seen the behavior. There's ways around it, y'all. Y'all just creating all these excuses when you could be creating solutions.
Yep.
Yep.
These women are
It.
using the system. They are enjoying their trips on y'all. They in all
Facts.
these places. You ask
Oh
yourself, how she
yeah.
get to Dubai when she ain't got no job? For real? Who paid for Dubai?
She going to
Dubai.
Dubai to get shitted on. That's what she going for.
Dubai to
Man,
buy stuff with your money.
and everything
I know
I
this is
just
funny, but
stated,
it's
literally.
real, y'all. Go ahead.
No, no, I hear you. I hear you. Everything I
Come
just
out
stated
though,
with that
man.
situation, literally, that's a 3 or 4 out of 10 compared to my ex-wife. And I'm not gonna go into that's a whole nother road. But
We'll do
everything from the
ex-wife.
SWAT
We'll
team
do the
calls for
X-Files.
fun and playing games and yeah,
I'm sorry you
And,
it's
had to
and
gonna
go
that
you
through
just
know
that.
proves that even being married. Let me ask you a question. When you got married, how soon did you guys have kids? Was it
yes.
before the marriage or after? Be honest.
No, it was
Kids
like
before y'all
quickly
got
after,
married?
right after. She already
So
had a
you
son
got
with
married.
autism. What? Say that again.
You
Uh
got
huh.
married to her, and then you guys had kids after.
Well, one child after Junior, yes, and that was immediately after she had her son from another relationship. Who he has autism, and
Hold on.
I was cool.
You
I had
said one
nothing
child
against it. I
after.
was there and helping and everything. Uh-huh.
You have a child with her before y'all got married too?
Yes, one child
No.
between I and my wife at that time.
So she was
She
your
I'm
had
sorry.
one
Say that.
girlfriend at the
prior.
Who got
time,
married too?
correct?
Yeah, she had one prior.
No, I'm saying
Yes,
with
one prior. She
you.
had one
Did you
prior,
have
and
a
we
kid
had
with
one
her
together.
before the marriage? You only have one kid total with her.
No. Yes,
Two kids with her.
only one. Yes, with my
Y'all
ex-wife. Yes,
confusing me, man. Okay, man,
and
you
the
can
He
go
one
ahead
has
I
and hang
one.
up on
explained
me
He has
right now.
before was my girlfriend from college.
No, I'm asking you, your ex-wife.
Uh-huh.
You have one kid with her, correct?
Yes.
And you had
Yes,
that
ma'am.
kid after y'all got married, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so when did it become crazy? Why is she your ex now? What happened?
Well, she was a
Just
friend
sum it
while I
up.
was
Sum it
going
up in
through it.
100 words. She was there for
Okay.
you when you were going through it, but when did she become nuts? Because now you're dealing with two
I,
bad women, right?
you want me to be honest? Yeah, I
Yeah,
realized
100 words.
as soon as I got married, as soon as I got married, 6 months in, I realized I made a mistake, but I
Oh
believe in my vows
shit!
to God, so that's why I stuck with it.
Wow, damn, bro.
Yeah. So,
I'm
so
gonna say
Okay.
yeah,
this.
she
I'm gonna
was.
say
I
this.
didn't know what narcissist was. Yeah.
I'm gonna say this.
Uh,
I'm gonna say this, and please don't take this wrong, sir. But you seem like
I
a
won't. I
really
won't.
nice guy. A really nice guy. And if you exuded the fact that you're a nice guy and you know how to take care of yourself and your responsibilities. You have some women that are attracted to that shit. They're like demons. Like, it's sad to say
Yeah.
it, but it's like a money. It's like, oh, you know how they be saying, oh, I'm gonna, I'm gonna get the bag, all this other shit. That stupid shit that they say. Like, at the end of the day, you trying to get a bag or collect the bag off of somebody else's bag. So at the end of the day, your intentions was wrong to begin with. You understand?
Yeah.
And the fact about it, I'm gonna just tell you, just weed these broads out, man. Don't be showing them
Oh
no extra gifts and doing all that extra shit with them and all
no.
that. Like, make them
No,
prove themselves.
I,
let me interrupt you there, Kim. Hold on before you say something. I'm a piggyback off of Kim, and I'm gonna say that she saw how gullible you were with the first woman, and she
Yep.
plotted with
yep.
you
And
the
Yep.
whole time.
yeah.
I can tell that you love hard. I can tell that
Yep.
you're
So
willing to
can
do
I.
anything to make your girl happy, and she stumped all over you, man.
Yep.
She took your kindness for
For
weakness.
weakness. Yep.
I know I can marry this man. He's shelling out all this money. So let me go ahead and have a kid with him. And now I got him for 18 years as well. She
Yep.
did what the first woman did, but she did it
Yep.
smarter because she got close to your heart. So
And then
what you
on the
got to do for
sad
your
part,
next, hold on, Kim, for your next relationship, that means you got to be extra. You have to put that wall up there and see if she's willing to
uh-huh.
break it down. What you're doing
Yep.
is you don't have a wall up. You're just opening up and trusting everybody. Stop trusting
I'm.
these hoes, man. They all
I'm.
have a motive.
Oh,
Facts.
They all have a
I'm.
motive.
I'm. I'm gonna
These
be
hoes ain't
dead
loyal.
honest, man. I'm cool on marriage. I'm good on that. I don't want nothing with marriage. If a relationship, cool. Friendship, cool. But serious relationship, I'm going through it now. And the divorce started in 2018, and I'm still dealing with it. You know.
Damn.
So and yeah, I'm good on
Why?
both fronts. Yeah, I'm cool on that. I
Don't
mean,
be
I can have
afraid to get
friends.
married
We can
again.
be cool,
Sometimes
but
it
the whole
takes
marriage thing.
one. Hold on. This is what I learned in life. Just because you
Uh-huh.
had one marriage that didn't work doesn't
Hmm.
mean the next one won't work.
Say it.
Sometimes
Say
you
it.
need
Say
that
it.
one that's not gonna work to help that next one work out.
Yep.
There's people that have a bad marriage that they're
I,
married to somebody for 5 years and then their second marriage was 80 years. It
What?
happens.
Yes, it
It
does.
happens. That person taught you what not to
yeah.
bring into the next relationship. But
Yep.
don't let that scare you, man. You look
Yeah,
at you got the
please
Steve
don't.
I
Harveys, you got all these people that are
I
married
know.
multiple times. They found love, and then that's the
Yeah,
love,
I know what
mind
to
you. The
watch
one that
out
Steve
for.
Harvey's
I
with, he been
understand
with.
that. I've been through the fire.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Say that again. You cut
I
out.
just said you've been through the fire. We waiting for the rest
You
of it.
you cut
Go
out. I'm
ahead.
sorry. Say that one more time.
No, I didn't say nothing. You said I've been through the fire,
Oh
and then
no,
you didn't say nothing. Go ahead.
I've been through the fire. In all honesty, but
Mm-hmm.
for me, I'm 39. I just turned 39. There's no gain. I have my two children. I'm doing exceptionally well. There's no necessity. I mean,
You
I
deserve
work
love,
hard. My
though.
boys. I
You
go the extra
deserve
mile.
love, and not
I'm
just
fighting for
from.
both of them. You know.
You deserve
And that's
love,
what
though,
makes you
sir.
husband material.
And you
Listen,
don't
man,
deserve love
man,
for
you have to
just your
talk
kids.
outside of this. Cause I don't like the way you talking right now. I'm gonna have to punch you on each side of your face and give you a little toughness. Because what
Right.
your problem is, you're defining you're a good guy. I can tell
Yep.
you're a good guy. And
Mm-hmm.
what will attract women to you is the fact that you love your kids. You're
Yep.
putting them first. A lot of men don't do that.
Yes.
Exactly.
You are a great example for a good man. But for you to say, I ain't gonna be married no more, that's it, it ain't it. Because you have needs. Don't say it's it. You're not
Yeah,
supposed to just be having sex with random women and just
'cause that ain't gonna
with
get
no
you
outcome.
nowhere.
I mean, you can have a friend, a good friend.
Yeah,
But
but
how
this is
long
the
is that
thing,
friend gonna be there for you?
right? Because
You
she
want a
might want
girlfriend
more.
forever? No girlfriend
Um,
forever, man. That ain't. What's the goal when you get in a relationship?
Forever.
I see what you're saying. I
Yeah,
see what you're
don't
saying.
give
My
up.
Listen,
philosophy was
she
I would be
messed you up,
upfront.
man.
She
That
did.
voodoo on you. She messed you up. We're gonna pray for you after this, okay? We're gonna talk some more. I gotta talk to you outside of
All
this
right,
because
all right.
I've worked with men that are just like you, man, and you're a good man, and you're gonna hold yourself back from a good woman because you're
Yep.
afraid to give it another shot.
Yep.
You're not baggage, man. You love your kids. You're a good father, and that's gonna make somebody say, "Damn, he's sexy," because the way he loves his
Amen.
kids, not because of your wallet, not
Yep.
because of you look good, but
Mhm.
because you love your kids. Some
Kids.
women be
Yep.
like, "Ooh, I gotta change my panties right now because he loving his kids so good. I need
Yep.
that, man."
That's
Women
true.
want that because you're a provider.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah.
saying that to pump your head up. That is the truth. I can honestly say that. I love to see a
Call me and
man.
say, "What you say about panties?" Look, my husband gonna be like, "What you say?" I'm
Yeah.
Yep.
just playing. But what I'm saying is you're a
No,
good
thank
dude,
you.
man. And like I said, you now know what to not expect in the next relationship. I expect you to be smart in your next real relationship
Yep.
and do a credit check on these women. Look at their credit. That's gonna tell you
Yep.
all you need
Yeah.
to know. Okay? Look at their credit. When you ask them for their
Yeah.
credit report and they start sweating, that's a red flag right there. Let her go. My credit report, they'll tell you it's like 850. Now I
All
know you
right.
lying. It ain't no like they would never say like 850. It's either 850 or it ain't, right?
Exactly.
You what you gotta do now is you just gotta be smarter with the next woman. Okay? I'm sorry you're going through
All
that
right,
though,
I
man, because
got
you
you.
know
Thank
what?
you.
A lot of men understand what you're going through. A lot of them will say, "Man, that's me too. She's trying to take me for all I got." But if you fight and show a little fight, sometimes they pull back, like, "Damn, okay, he is gonna fight. Let me stop."
Mm-hmm.
Some women do that to see if you will fight. Because most men
Yep.
throw their hands up and
Mm,
say, "Just go ahead and take my check." Who wants their check? Man, have you seen somebody's check after child support took it? Man,
Excellent.
they walking away with
Yep.
just enough to get a nickel bag so they can
yeah.
smoke their life away, just enough to
Amen.
take the pain away. But you got
Yep.
these men who are living
Yeah.
paycheck to paycheck because she's raping them when it comes to that money. He
Yep.
and at the end of the day, if he would have just fought, he might be
Man.
paying her half that.
Yep.
All it took was a little fight, a little bit of fight. And like
Yep.
I told you, most of these
Yep.
women who are saying they're unemployed, they have a job.
Yep.
They're doing something. It's just off the books, which is
Yep.
illegal. If you got a job where you're making money and you're not reporting your income, that's illegal. The IRS will get your ass too, make you remove the
Yeah.
wigs and everything. You
Now
don't
I
want
want to
that.
say this. I want to say
Go ahead,
this.
Aunt Karen.
I'm
Go ahead,
trying to
hon.
figure out how she, because I'm gonna just be honest, because I went through the whole child support thing myself. So I'm gonna say this. I don't understand
Uh-huh.
how, okay, originally she had a job and then she quit or whatever like that. But at the end of the day, she has
Hmm.
the potential. I don't see, because I remember this happening with my ex-husband and him trying to take me through the whole shit and all that, and how the judge told him, like, you have the potential to make just as much money as she does. So for you to ask what you're asking for or trying to get her to pay doesn't make any sense. And mind you, he got my
Yeah.
son off of, I got tired of fighting because it got to the point like he was calling my job, like, and I do nursing, so you can't just call my job and I get pulled off the floor. I can't, like, you can't do that. You understand? So you
Yeah.
keep calling up to my job claiming it's an emergency, like they was getting ready to fire me. Like, do you understand? And I still had another child. Like, like, who does that? You understand? So I got
Yeah.
tired of fighting. It was like, okay, well, here, you do it, and then we'll just go through what, we get him every year. I have him every other week. You have him every other week. That was fine. And then it was like, he didn't want that. And it was like, oh, well, she can just get him on the weekends. And I was like, okay, I'll just get him on the weekends or whatever, like that. It just got to be so much. And mind you, when we split up and I had my son at first or whatever, before all the stuff, now we were married. I could have got alimony and all that. I was grown. I said, I don't want anything from him. I just want this divorce dissolved. You understand? I said, as far as our
Yeah.
son goes, only thing I want him to do is, pay what he can. Like, so mind you, at that time he was making really good money. So I could have got, this is what the judgment could have been, $550 a month. I told him no, because he still has to live. So if he can give me $50 a week, that'll be fine, or $50 every 2 weeks. And mind you, I said I
Yeah.
was doing nursing, so my checks bring home was $3,400 every 2 weeks. So I didn't really need his $50. You understand? And he fought me tooth and nail about that.
Yeah.
So make it make sense. Like, you have
Wow.
some women that we just don't believe in that. I just wanted to walk away. I was tired. So it was like I couldn't walk away without still going through the crap. And after he had my son, I still went through crap. Like he used to keep my son from me and everything. So when my son turned 16 and my son came up to visit me for the summer, because he was living in Virginia. So he came up to visit me and he never went back. So then his I said his ex-wife, I'm the ex-wife, his current wife, she would call me and she would be like, okay, well, this is what we say. And I had to tell her, listen here, ma'am, no disrespect to you, because you seem nice and everything, but I didn't lay down and have my son to you. I was married to this man. So at the end of the day, I have no dealings with you whatsoever. Now, if you would like to sit here and, be a third party, you're more than welcome to do so. But what you will not do is speak for my son. Like, that's not going to happen. So I told them both, like, he's 16. He's like, well, he can come back home. He's not coming back home. We can go to court and we can show this. Now, mind you, this is the part that he wouldn't tell or whatever. Even though when my son was 16 and he was staying with me, I was still paying child support. You was still collecting child support, even though my son was living in my household. And my son never went back. Now, the crazy thing is, my son is grown now. I actually have 2 grandkids now. My son doesn't even have a relationship with his father. So I'm going to say this about women that keep their kids from their fathers or whatever. These kids grow up and hate the person that kept them from the parent. All the lies that you told and whatever stories you're telling your children about this dad or whatever, and these kids grow up and find out and realize that what you say is not true, you're the one that's going to eat every word that you said and spoke evilly or wickedly against this dad or mother. So be mindful what you're doing to your children.
It's interesting.
Well, I definitely want to say I appreciate both of you guys for coming on here and telling me both of your issues that you guys are having. It takes a lot of guts for people to get on here. And Kim, a lot of women were avoiding this topic because I think a lot of them probably have someone on child support. It could be out of spite, or because if it was the right thing that they were doing at the time, I don't think they would have been afraid to come on here. I've done many shows, Kim, and women are on here like flies, right?
Yep.
Today, they stayed away. Like this was a repellent right here. So what I'm saying is, ladies and gentlemen, don't be afraid to get into a relationship because of the people that I call out. Know that what I'm doing for you is giving you the blueprint. I'm telling you what they're saying, what they're doing, so that you'll know what to expect when you're in your next relationship. It is perfectly okay to get married again. Sometimes when you say, oh, I had a failed marriage, it wasn't a failed marriage. You guys went through experiences together. That's like saying every relationship you had was failed. You learn something from each thing that you do, right? So what I've learned is, you got women out there that will use your vulnerability as a man and play it against you. Also, they can get child support from you because they saw how you were shelling it out and paying it for the other woman. I want that life too. What I'm trying to tell you fellas is that be careful who you are dating and talking to. It's not nothing that you guys can't already do now. They're telling you what they do with their lives. They have social media. If you get with a woman and she tells you she don't got not one piece of social media, no Twitter, no, she lying her ass off. She just got you blocked from it. And that's what these women would do. They will ask you, do you have Facebook? Yeah, I only have LinkedIn. What's your Facebook? I can use my sister's profile. No, it's so she can block you from all of hers. And sometimes they even create one to make you think that they're living this wholesome life, a Bible verse, when reality, they're busting it open on Twitter. They're busting it open on TikTok. So what I'm saying is child support is a hustle for a lot of women. And they will tell you what they're about before you nut in them. You have to be able to do your research. Stop sleeping with these women because they're pretty. Stop sleeping with them because they have a fat ass. Because what would you rather have?
Pretty with a
what you rather spend money on? Pampers or condoms? Which one costs more? Don't be afraid. And quit telling these women that, what you do for a living and how much money you make, because they will use that against you. Okay, he's an engineer. Cool. Okay, so I know if I have his baby in this state, that's 2,000. Okay, I got it.
She tallying it
It's
up.
that easy, y'all. It's that easy. And I know you're not going to want to hear this, but even with oral, they will keep that in their mouth and put it into something else
You better
and use it for later with a turkey baster. That's the other thing they're doing too, fellas. Y'all think, well, I didn't hit. It ain't like a hit. But did you suck your thing? Yeah. Were you wearing a condom? No. You fool ass nigga.
Right.
She got you. That's the other hustle what they're doing. Some women are not successful because it's mixed with their spit, but they're putting something in their mouth so that they can secure just your stuff. So even if she gives you head, man, you better tell her back up because I'm about to and you better go to the bathroom. I'm telling you, these men are getting tricked every day. You think a judge is gonna believe that she tricked you like that? You think they're gonna believe that? What's your proof? Well, I don't have any proof, sir.
CelebriD.
I'm telling you, this is a scam. These women, they need this money. And during COVID, they were able to expose a lot of these women. These idiots went on YouTube and told them the game. This is what we do. We will go to where there's going to be a lot of ballers and set their asses up. We have her come by to give him that, to get him off guard. Okay, he sees her ass. He's looking. We got him on this end. Fellas, they planning against y'all already. Y'all not even seeing it. These dummies will put it on YouTube and y'all dudes will still get trapped. How? How y'all get trapped with the okie doke when I'm telling you the blueprint? So that's why women don't like me. That's why women hate me, because I'm telling y'all the blueprint. So how can you fail? If anything, you should be able to find you a good man or a good woman because you know what to expect, right? Their social media will tell you everything. Their credit score will tell you everything. And don't believe them when they say 800. Tell them to show you that shit. And don't say Credit Karma. do the three major reports. Credit Karma be lying their ass off.
Fact.
They be lying on Credit Karma, y'all. Have them show you Experian, TransUnion, the real shit. You'll see the 100s, the 200s. Okay? I'm telling you, fellas, I'm trying to give y'all the blueprint because a lot of men right now, they know that on Friday when they get paid, they're only going to have $162 left to last them for 2 fucking weeks. 2 weeks. So they got to catch the bus on 1 week so they don't have to spend no money on gas. They got to get ramen noodles and hot dogs. This is how they live right now. While the woman is eating crab cakes. She's filet mignon, got her nails done, got that new wig, Beyonce wig. She going to Coachella. Her whole life is planned. And her mama and daddy got the kids. She don't even got the kids. You paying child support and her parents got the kids.
Right.
So fellas, if you got to dive into some bushes and watch, do it. Because if she's not watching those kids, you have a case. Get them kids back. I'm telling you, the new hustle. These women are letting their parents take care of the kids while they get flued out. Now they in Dubai. Getting some Dubai booty while you struggling to make that 162 stretch for 2 weeks. Come on, fellas. Y'all better than this.
Home with
Stop giving up.
From getting shitted on.
Stop giving up. These women they're smart. That's why they said when Mother's Day comes up, it's Other's Day. Because their grandmother get them, their aunts get them, everybody get them but the mom. But y'all don't even want to see that because I don't want to fight. I will be in bushes watching. I'll watch to get me some proof. Do what you got to do, fellas. But look, what would you rather do? Struggle for 18 years? Or get off child support? Yes. Which one is it going to be? Because a lot of these women, they're on child support, but they're not following the rules. And that's why you don't have people like me anymore that's actually going to do an investigation and make sure they're using it for the right reasons. But if you submit a tip, they will check it out. I can guarantee you that.
If these women, like, because I'm going to say this, because I seen your thing earlier today with the girl that you, that you done shouted out on Facebook. This is my whole thing. If you ain't doing nothing wrong or you ain't doing no shady shit against your man or whatever like that, then you shouldn't have no problem. You know what I mean? If somebody allegedly is saying that you did X, Y, and Z, if you didn't do it, because the proof will be there or not there. The fact that she said what she said and you outed her, why are you in your feelings? Like, this is the thing. When you be out here wanting to be doing all this attention-seeking shit that you be doing, y'all just be talking the talk because it's funny. But now that somebody actually got proof, you mad because someone sent proof to someone to help their case because you out here being messy. So at the end of the day, I believe any of you women that do that shit, you get everything you fucking deserve. Oh, excuse my language. You get everything that's coming to you.
This is unleashed.
Because at the end of the day, your shit, the way you're moving is wrong. You don't do shit like that. Like, all just so you can say, oh, he ain't this and he ain't that. Oh, he gonna be mad, this and that. Yo, do you know how stupid you sound? And I want to know what toxic ass friends you got to think that shit is okay. Like, let's be perfectly
I heard
clear.
that, Kim.
And some of you women, and I'm gonna say this in case y'all listening don't want to chime in. Some of y'all friends is the one that's telling on y'all stupid asses. You know why? Because they're not okay with the shit that you is doing to some of these men. So your friends, some of your closest people that be kikiing with you, they the ones that's dropping dimes on your stupid asses. I've sat around enough men to see other women's friends, allegedly, coming over there telling them shit. And then they say, don't tell her I told you. But I wanted you to know because I think the shit that she's doing to you is foul. I've witnessed it plenty of times. And that same friend sits around him and they don't even know that this is the one that's feeding everything to him.
Yeah, that's true. So Kim, I appreciate that, and you just told somebody else another hustle that these women are doing. Thank you for that. And Top Tier, did
Always.
you want to wrap it up too? Did you have some final words for yourself too before I close this up? Top Tier. Okay, he might be going through another moment. We're praying for you, Top Tier. Kim, thank
Amen.
you so much for what you said. Okay.
Always. You have a good
So
night,
I'm just
honey.
gonna close this out because, like I said, guys, I did make a post, and a lot of women feel like I broke the girl code, and that's okay. It is
No, you
perfectly
didn't.
okay if you think I'm wrong for what I did. But if it had been a man and I didn't say nothing, y'all would be all in my inbox with death threats, right?
You
So
did
for
right.
you to call me a rat, and I even invited that woman to come on to the panel. I wasn't gonna say her name. I
Right.
wasn't. They already know the group we in. I wasn't gonna say her name. I wasn't gonna expose her. I told her she can come on here as Jane Doe, and she refused because she's mad. The
Well,
dad was gonna come on too, but he just told me that he couldn't. So again, I just wanted her to know that you won't get away with doing wrong. And even though I said something last year, we finally got justice. Her getting
yeah.
that letter was amazing. I saw the letter and I laughed because I know that letter. I know that letter. That means that
Well,
they're gonna get your ass.
but
They
at the
found
end of
out
the
where you
day,
work. They put it on there.
she
So
shouldn't have did
again,
the foul
it,
shit. She wouldn't have got caught up.
it exactly when you got women out here that are laughing at the fact that they can, do what they can to quit to get fired from the job so they can get unemployment. Now you're
Yeah,
getting
that's corny.
15,000 a month plus unemployment. That to me is a deadbeat motherfucking mom, and I'm not gonna
Exactly.
let that shit ride. So if she has to pay this man back all this money, good. Men have been getting
Exactly.
done like this for years, right? So I'm not
True.
gonna see that and support it. She had a lot of supporters saying, "Yeah, sis, do what you got to do. Make that
Toxic.
money." I wasn't that friend. I don't do that.
Toxic.
I won't support foolery. So I want you guys to know that I expected more women on the show. I'm kind of disappointed, but then again, I'm not shocked. They love to hide. But when it comes to, like, if this was a show about men running from child support, it would have been probably like 800 comments.
Right.
Women saying, "Yes, Daphne, get them." And you know what? I might do that as a just an experiment. I might do a show
Exactly.
called Men Ain't Shit. All women tune in. That'll probably be the highest viewed show in the world,
Please
right?
do it so I can
So
call
what I'm
in.
saying is, what'd you say?
Please do it so I can call in so I can be like, yeah, all you bitches is toxic.
I might do that. And we might do that and have all these, because they dumb enough to come right into the trap and say,
Yeah.
so this isn't about men being, okay, wrong show. Like I said, women don't like when I hold them accountable. And again, when it comes to child support, y'all have been milking the system for many, many, many years. And
Right.
nobody tends to say anything. And it's sad that women have friends that are doing it right now. They just booked Lovers and Friends. Women were using their child support to pay for tickets for that.
What the hell?
For that. Lovers and Friends is that concert in May where everybody's going to be there. Snoop Dogg, the whole works. Everybody's going to be in that concert. And
Yeah.
women were using their child support, and I was reporting their asses left and right. How dare you? While you
As
out there
you
having
should.
fun and getting flued out, your kids are back there starving because you
Or
use
getting
that money
touched
to go to
on.
Lovers and Friends.
Or getting touched
So
on.
again,
And
guys,
whatever else.
it takes a lot. I need more women to stand up and recognize what's going on and hold these women accountable.
Amen.
They will stop doing the behavior if y'all stop supporting it. Y'all
Right.
tend to support it. Yes, bitch. Do you, bitch? Instead of saying that's wrong.
Right.
Stop doing that. That ain't right. Y'all won't say that because you don't want her to look at you like, man, she will hold me accountable. They want the friends that's going to lie to them and say, no, you don't look fat in the dress, when you absolutely do look fat in the dress.
I don't want
That's
no
the kind of friends
sitting
they
around
have.
me lying. I don't want no friends.
I tell you, I say Precious
me.
#2 in the house. I make you change the dress. Because I'm going to be
if I
real
look
with
a
you.
mess,
I'm going to tell you what they're going to tell you when you go to the club.
Right.
Precious #2 entered the building, y'all. The sequel. She in
But
here. I'm going to
that's
tell
what
you
we
the truth.
supposed
I'm
to
not the
do as
friend.
friends. Why would I
That's
want
what
my
you're
friend
supposed
to
to
go
do.
out looking a mess? Why would I want you to go
Yeah.
out looking a mess and people laugh at you? Why would I want that for you as my friend? If I'm truly your friend, like, make it make sense. Like, if I
Yeah.
don't, like, I'm different. I don't know. I just don't. I don't believe in it. Like, I don't want someone sitting around me because I'm very blunt. And sometimes, I mean, I've lost friends for being so blunt. But oh well, you wasn't my friend to begin with then. Because I'm not the friend that's gonna tell you what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you the shit you need to hear. And
Exactly.
if you take offense to what I'm saying, and you know that I'm your friend, true friend, that I've been there for you through whatever. Even when you was right, I was there. Even when you was wrong, I was there. So why would you think that I'm in any type of competition, or I look at myself like I'm better than you? Make it make sense. So you women be talking about you want sisterhood and you want real friends and all that, but you when you actually have that, you turn it away because they're not telling you what you want to hear. We just want you to be better, sis. So at the end of the day, that's wrong. Like,
It
come
is.
on.
Nowadays, calling a woman out and telling the father of her kids who is struggling to make ends meet that the mother of your child is in this group claiming she's making $15K a month and is on unemployment. So imagine how he felt when he's scraping by just to eat.
Exactly.
Because she's not paying child support. So what I'm saying is, when you got a deadbeat woman, I'm going to hold her accountable like I would the deadbeat man.
Exactly.
And I held both accountable. But unfortunately, you have more women milking the system because they were the ones on government assistance, not the men. It is hard for a man to get free housing. Let me ask y'all in the comments before I end this call. How many of y'all know a man right now living off the government paying $30 a month in rent? Somebody tell me. Kim, do you know anybody right now?
Nope, not unless
any man right now living off the government, cash,
nope,
food
not
stamps,
unless he just
works.
got out of jail and he went through one of them fucking programs.
Okay, even if he went to jail, he wouldn't get food stamps and cash assistance. You'll have to apply for that. You'll have to have, I mean, maybe food stamps and healthcare, but he ain't gonna get cash. How many men you know actually getting the works, the full package?
None.
I don't know, not one. I don't know, not one man. Because that's how hard it is for him to get $30 in rent in a nice place. You think a judge is going to believe that? They're going to make him go through hoops and hurdles and ring of fire before they give him anything. But a woman, she can say, yeah, he left me. He ain't taking care of the kid. Most women that put in for child support, they're going off of what that woman said. They don't give a fuck if it's true or not. He's making $8,000 a month, and this is what he's doing. And then they send him a letter to come to court. And then he don't know he got the letter because,
I'm going to tell you this, and I know this to be true. You know, when you do child support, right? You know, when someone puts you on child support, you got to put down your income and everything. Yep. You got to put down your bills. You have to put down all that. Well, let any men that's listening know this right now that may be listening. They don't look at that shit. You fill that fucking paperwork out for no reason. They don't even look at it. So whatever the woman says she wants, they go off of that. They don't even look at your fucking income. And if you tell them you don't make enough for what they're asking for, you know what they tell you as men? They tell you, go get another job. Because they can only take child support out of one fucking check.
That's how it is. That's how it is. And like I said, I remember back in the day, you had men that said, I didn't even know I was on child support. And people would say, you a fucking lie. You always get served a letter. That is absolutely true. But it's going to go to the address that the person that's filing it is saying that you're living. So if they have it sent to your parents' house, who you only see once a year, that your parents are going to respect you and put your mail in a little box and say, hey, baby, your mail's in your room. And it's some shit that you ain't seen in months, right? So imagine getting a letter and you've already lost your case because you didn't show up to court, that you weren't aware that you were in court. She knew where you lived. She knew exactly where you lived with your new girl. She knew that, but still gave them the default address, right? So now you missed the court appearance, and now you're 8-9 months behind in child support. That fast, fast, your whole life can change. Now, what if you what if you decided not to go to your grandparent or your parents' house because of COVID? Now that's 2 years, and you still don't know you're on child support until they get your ass. Then they get you. That's when they let it build up, so you owe more. That's the whole game, like the IRS. They won't get you that first year, but they'll let you bank all that money, like Wesley Snipes. Ooh, when they got Blade, he wasn't Blade no more. He was Butter Knife. Y'all, telling y'all, they got him. They would sit there and they would let you do all that fun stuff you're doing. Hey, then your job will send you an email. Well, you have to pay 62%. They will take your whole check damn near. They don't care how you survive. The money's going to go to where it needs to go to. They don't care how you survive. We've seen pay stubs where there were 4 deductions, right? And the man barely had enough to get a nickel bag. Okay, that's all he had. So you find out why these men are going through depression and all this stuff, because this is what they're going through. Some of them don't even know. I have a guy right now who got put on child support while he was in fucking college. How did the judge approve of that shit?
Exactly.
And he was on child support for almost 2 years. When he graduated from college, went back home, bam, there's the letter. She knew what college he was at. Why didn't she send it there? What man is thinking about the mail that he got coming at his parents' house, y'all?
None. He
was in college. So what money did she say he was making? You can't go off of his grant checks. That's not income. That's not every month.
School,
that's every quarter or every semester, whatever it may be. But this man was in college for 2 years on child support and didn't even know it.
She's
Didn't
corny for
even
that.
know it. What judge signed off on that shit?
And
See,
she was
so what I'm
corny
saying
as
is you
fuck
got
for
these
doing
judges.
that.
Yeah. And then when he gets out and finds out he's almost 2 years behind, now if he don't make this payment, he's going to jail. License gone, no job, and he has a record now for not paying child support. Now his whole life is ruined. How many men you think that went through that? Because a lot of these guys get these women pregnant in college. They make mistakes. They think he about to go to the NFL or to the NBA. They fuck him with no condom, get pregnant. But how does a judge sign off on something if a man is still in college? Whatever she told that judge said, okay, $463 a month. And all those months went by and he doesn't know until he graduates. Now he's 2 years behind. Now he wants to kill himself. So what I'm saying is some men don't even know they're on child support. Did she even give him a chance to be there for his child? He's in college. She knew what college he was at, but had it sent to his parents' house. Get the fuck out of here. So this woman plotted this. So what I'm saying is these women will do this. They love going after the college guys because they might go to the NBA or the NFL, one or the other. Don't be a black all-star athlete. It's a wrap. So I'm saying, men, be smart. They don't want you. They want your money. They're attracted to what's in your pocket. Them pockets are fat. That's what they want to see. When they know that you might go somewhere, they're going to make sure they trap you by any means necessary. There's a big clique of women that do this every day. Brittany is not the only woman that's preyed on a guy, got pregnant, had his baby, and now came after his money. She's not the first or the last, y'all. So, man, I'm telling you, don't let the looks distract you. Think about what can happen if you got that woman pregnant, what your life will look like. Your check is gone. Do you really want to pay a woman $30,000 a month when you know she don't need no $30,000 a month? I'm saying, you guys, a lot of these women, they will prey on y'all. And they love the younger guys because y'all young and dumb. Y'all not really looking at condoms when it's over with. Y'all pump and dump. Some of y'all fall asleep. And that's when they do it. That's when they do the whole scam. There's the turkey baster. Some of them will put it in their purse. A droplet. They'll put the little thing in their purse so they can suck all the semen out. This is what they do. By any means necessary. If this means that my life will be changed and I never have to work again, I'm going to do that. I'm going to set this man up. And y'all don't even know y'all being set up. And it's not just one woman. They come in packs, like a pack of wolves. They all have an assignment. They all have to do it for it to work. They all going to get paid. Women are willing to do that, y'all. And when y'all say, how can that be so? Ask me why Future has 9 baby mamas. You mean to tell me baby mama 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 didn't know that he was a hoe? Come on, y'all. Am I really talking to myself right now? Y'all telling me that all them women didn't know that he was a hoe. All the women didn't know he was Future the rapper. You got 9 women that had his baby. But then when Lori Harvey fucked him, she didn't get pregnant because she made the choice. She said, I'm not going to get trapped by this man when I can get me a Michael B. Jordan. Now she got somebody that she can control. She wasn't going to be able to control Future because he had too many bad women in his bed. See what I'm saying? She found Michael B. Jordan. Now it's only going to be a matter of time before he knocks her up. And then she's paid for the rest of her life. Mark my words on this. There's going to be an engagement and she's going to get pregnant. And then it's not going to work. There ain't going to be no marriage. And she's going to be a baby mama. They plot this shit early, you guys. Michael B. Jordan's career is about to go up. Y'all know what's about to happen for him. He's about to do I Am Legend 2 with Will Smith. It's a game that these women are playing. You better be a part of it or get left. These IG models, they're realizing that their bodies ain't going to be cute forever. So what's the next step? Have a baller get you pregnant so that you never have to take another picture if you don't want to again. This is what they do. These women know already what they're getting into. So when they say, I didn't ask to be a baby mama, Future told me we were going to get married. He didn't marry Sierra. He got engaged. That's the closest he went. Sierra's the only one that got the engagement, but that was an act 2. And what happened? She dropped that baby and he went on to the next woman. Like I said, these women know their future. They don't give a fuck. So they're going to cry out some tears and say, I didn't know. Future said, I was the one. You were number 9. You don't think he told 8 that or 7 that? So like I said, these women are choosing to be baby mamas. It's a choice. When you open your legs, it's a choice to lay down with this man. So stop acting like he put a gun to your head and said, you're going to have my baby so I can pay you $5,000-$10,000 a month. No man is saying that to a woman. So what I'm saying is when these women tell you they didn't choose to be baby mamas, they did choose it. And they chose the man that they wanted to nut in them so that they can be rich for the rest of their life. It is a hustle. It's a hustle, y'all. Child support ain't got nothing to do with the kid no more. It's all about going on trips and seeing Dr. Miami. A lot of y'all child support pay for that BBL she got. Yep. That Beyonce wig that costs $1,000, your child support paid for that. See, but the courts don't give a damn. When them courts put those stipulations on there, when they say we want receipts, I guarantee you, they're going to have a child support fund that has thousands of dollars in there because they're not going to spend no money. If you got to report what you spent the money on and they see that you're spending it on you and they take it away, man, do you know how better the world would be? It'll be a beautiful world if they did that. But they don't want to do that. They don't want to do that because they don't want to expose how these women are bad. Then the government is not going to look good, right? The government wants these women to put these men on there so they can control the man. It's all about control, people. And these women think that they're doing a justice by putting them on child support. You're dumb. You're dumb as fuck. Now they have you and him under their control. You need the government to survive, right? Women, you could do better than that. Come on, y'all. Stop putting these good men on child support and let them be there. Get a job. Get a job. Get a hustle. Do hair, do nails. Do what you got to do. So Black China selling those cars, good. I'm glad you had to sell them because you were living beyond your means. The money's running out, right? What happened to OnlyFans? They tired of seeing that body, that really botched body, right? It only gets you so far, ladies. OnlyFans don't last forever. It don't. When the money runs out, they got to sell stuff. So like I said, at the end of the day, it's all about control. And I hope that the woman that needed to hear this, I hope she heard it. Because there's too many good men out there. And if there's a good man out there right now on child support that shouldn't have been, I'm sorry that you're on it. But you need to fight. You can still go to a judge. You can subpoena. You can have all her statements pulled if you think she's making more money. If you got a woman that's making way more money than you can put in for a decrease. Don't be scared. They put in increases all the time. Women put in increases all the time when they hear that you got a raise or you got a higher paying job. And in a lot of cases, it gets approved and now you have to pay more. So if you know she's making more, if she's a principal and you're barely getting by at a call center, man, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? Quit giving up because you're scared. Stop giving up. If you guys need any advice, reach out to me on Instagram, CelebriD. Let me know what you're going through, and I give you free advice. I don't charge anyone anything for my advice. I don't. And I would like it if people would stop asking me to do that because I care about my Black people making it. I do. And I don't think I should have you pay me $100 to tell you something that's free knowledge. You just have to seek it. That's all. I even tell you where to seek the answer so that you don't have to come back. See, that's free knowledge, you guys. Don't be afraid to stand up. There's too many good men out there being controlled by the government, and you know you don't deserve it. And all it takes is a little bit of fight. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for attending this show today. I definitely want to do another one. If you guys have a suggestion on the next show I should do, let me know. Because I know we've been talking a lot about predators and child support. Let's talk about it. Why is the dating pool so bad? You know, maybe we can do one where people that haven't dated and they're looking to find love again, maybe they need some pointers. Because it's not about finding someone you like. It's about staying with that person you like. And there has been a video circulating online with a woman who has all this negative energy yelling at women saying, cause confusion in your relationship. Do it. Don't walk on eggshells. What the fuck? What kind of advice is that? Don't be silent. If he makes you mad, yell, scream. This is the advice that she was giving to women. Now, all her other advice, it got 2 likes, 5 shares. But this video, 2.2 million views, y'all. Because she's aggressive. Women love aggression. If I did a video and say, women, if he makes you mad, put some sugar in his tank. Take his PS5 and put it in the water. Fuck up everything. Oh, they'll love me then, right? So maybe we need to do one on why the dating pool is so bad. What's out there? Because there's a lot of good women out there and there's a lot of good men out there. Y'all got to find each other. Maybe I can help y'all come together. If y'all think that's a good idea for a show, let me know in the comments because I do want to bring love back because there's a lot of good people out there that's missing out. And don't let somebody that fucked you up in your last relationship, don't let that stop you from having another one. Because a lot of women like a man that takes care of his kids, believe it or not. You might have baggage, but if you're taking care of your kids, that's a good look for you. Child support or not. You got a lot of women that'll still give you a chance. So I'm just saying, you guys, at the end of the day, I hope that these child support laws can become more strict. I'm praying that they can do the receipt option. I've even sent that in. I've sent that in to be looked at and reviewed because I think it should happen. Or keeping child support on a debit card that's regulated by the state where they can actually see what you're spending everything on. You ain't even got to send them nothing. Every month you'll be assigned a worker and they'll be able to see what you did for them 30 days. Okay, why'd you spend this at Red Lobster? Oh, because I had to eat, but you only spent $50. You got 4 kids. What'd you get? See, if they start doing that to these women, the money will be used for the kids. I thought that's what the money was for, right? So why would a woman be mad about that option? Why would a woman be mad about the government putting a receipts thing requirement on there where they have to tell them where all the money went? Why would y'all be mad if you're doing right? Because y'all not doing right. You're buying bundles. You're going to Ling Ling at the nail place. So let's not play. Let's not act like I'm lying here. So like I said, you guys, at the end of the day, you know, I know that eventually one day the child support laws will change. I don't know when, but if more women speak up and call these women out, I think that it'd be easier for the man to step up and say, you know what, let me go ahead and report this. I have people that got my back. So guys, again, thank you so much for attending this show. Let me know what you think the next one should be about, because I want to do another one, maybe 2 or 3. I was going to do the mental health episode where we talk about men who have been molested. If you guys are still okay with that, we can do that this week. Just let me know how y'all feeling. Okay? Because I do. Podcast do husband. J-Lock, what did you say? I don't know what you said. Podcast do sown husband. What is that? Do I don't know what you're saying. So guys, I mean, there's a few that we can do. We could do one on mental health, or we can do one on the dating pool. It's up to you guys, because I know that there's people that want to be in a relationship. They just don't know where to start. And if we got some singles out there, I want to bring y'all on. Talk to each other. It all starts with talking. Okay? It all starts with talking. But at the end of the day, I want you guys to know I'm still going to be on Facebook looking for stuff. Okay? You won't get away with shit if I'm in that group that you're in. So ladies, let me tell y'all this again. I'm a part of, I already counted, I'm in 87 groups. 87 groups. So before you post some dumb shit, go to the members list and make sure I'm not on it. If I'm on it, you better block me. And if you block me, some people actually send me what people are saying as well. Even if you block me and make a post, if it's dumb, somebody that you didn't block will send that shit to me. And they'll send me your Facebook link, and I got all the information I need. So really, you can't hide from me. You can't. Accountability queen will strike. And when it comes to child support men, oh, I'm on your ass. I'm on you. You ain't gotta like me. You can send me death threats. You can threaten my life and all that. I'm still gonna come for you, because I honestly think that the right thing needs to be done. Social media is allowing these women to say all these lies, and they don't get reported for the bullshit, but I get reported for catching them on it. Ain't that crazy? So if you guys are okay with doing one on the dating pool, we can do that this week. But y'all can't be afraid to call in and say, hey, I'm single. I fucked up in a couple relationships. How can I fix it? I might be able to match you with a woman. All I'm saying is I want to be able to bring happiness to everybody. Okay? One person at a time. But I need y'all help. I can't do it by myself. And ladies, y'all got to be more vocal. Y'all know how to yell when he cheats. Y'all know how to yell at him when he does something wrong. But when have you commended him for doing something right? Because these men out here, they're trying. They are trying. And instead of you bashing him every day, give him credit for what he's done. Tell him he's doing a good job. Even if y'all not together no more, I appreciate how you've been taking care of your family and making sure your kids are straight. I appreciate you. How many women have said that to a man? They don't. They're not going to give him no credit for being a good dad, but they'll go on Facebook and say he ain't shit, right? I can't let you do that, especially if I know him. I have blocked friends that I've known for over 20 years for lying on their husbands or their boyfriends. I called them out. Y'all was this together. Blocked, I'm blocked. I don't play that. So like I said, you guys, I hold people accountable that are doing wrong. I'm not just out there saying, what can I find today? I get about 70, 80 tags a day. I do. Some stuff I will entertain it, and some stuff I know they're just posting it for attention. So again, if you guys want to do the episode on the dating pool when this show is over, just tell me in the comments what we should do. And the one with the most votes, we'll do that show this week because I want to help bring y'all together. But at the end of the day, if you are paying child support and you feel like she's doing some dirty shit, I'll look her up. I have the tools. I don't do that for everybody because it ain't cheap what I do. But if you got a real case where you know this woman is doing some sneaky stuff, I've actually found out some really bad stuff about people who had full custody of their kids. Some really bad stuff. And I've saved a lot of lives. Y'all might not hear about it because I don't like the recognition. I don't need the accolades. I don't. But I want y'all to know behind the scenes, I'm helping people. I really am. I genuinely do care about women and men. I actually have more women I'm working with right now than men. They're beating y'all by 2 right now. So I'm just saying, I work with both people. I'm not just one-sided. Y'all might think that because that's all I post, but that's all I see. If y'all see men doing crazy stuff, tag me. If you don't, you ain't gonna see it, right? So, oh yeah, Slick Man, I'm with you. Yeah. Hey, Jay, like I still don't know what you're saying, man. What's SONE? What are you saying? Jay, like you gonna make me mad in a minute. But what I'm saying, you guys, is I just want to help you guys. So let me know what the next show should be about. We'll go through it. We'll even talk about how women are quick to call a man broke that works in fast food, but she ain't got no job. What does that say about you? You broke too then. He got a job. You don't. How can a woman that's on unemployment call another man broke that has a job? I'm telling you, McDonald's, Taco Bell, they paying. They paying, y'all. They starting to pay. Your autocorrect, what is it? Okay, what are you saying though? What's the SONE? Do what? So I'm thinking we can either do the dating show, we can do mental health, or we can do on someone's income, status, a show on the status, how that matters. Oh, okay, top tier. I got you. Thank you guys, because I'm over here like, damn, do I need glasses? Am I tripping? So guys, again, thank you so much for being on this show. I appreciate every one of you guys. You guys are all special to me. Y'all rock with me. Please make sure you like and subscribe. And then again, when the show is over, tell me what you want, because all the comments, they go away. They don't save. So yeah, I know somebody told me to do one on abortions. There's a lot of topics that people are throwing out there. So maybe I'll just ask in the community what we should do, and I'll do a poll. I'll just do a poll and y'all tell me what y'all want to do. Is that a deal? Because yeah, you do got a lot of women, but see, hey, J-Lock, son, husband, that's like the Predators. That was the show I did called Predators, where I said these women are saying that their sons are, the man of the house. That's the same thing. That kind of ties into the female predator, in my opinion. But I'm going to do a poll, and I'll put all the options that you guys just said, and tell me what you want to do. Because I want to do more shows, y'all. I want to get out there more, and I want to bring more people together. But we got to start calling out the shit we see. Because if you stay quiet, it's going to keep happening, right? We have to protect ourselves, too, and our kids, and their future, right? So why make it hard for the next person? So again, guys, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a good night. And again, I'm looking forward to the next show. We'll probably do it on Wednesday. I hope you guys have a good night.